Okay, there you go. All right. Hello, everyone. I think we're good.
We're doing a little volume testing here.
Yes, we are doing testing. Let us know if my dear friend Var is too loud, too quiet, whatever it is. Updated OBS and it reset everything. So let me know. But welcome everyone. Hello, let's see. Nope. And I can't scroll up. That's great. Hello, unavailable Mario, Avocado Play Fan. Hello, Tamara, my beautiful girlfriend. Hello, Glitch Stinger. Hello, Mr. 3D Gaming. Good to see you here. Welcome everyone. Um, Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Just let us know. Yeah, let me know if I'm too loud, too quiet, whatever it is. Um, of course, my name is Bronze Films. This is Var. You've seen him basically in every stream now, which is amazing. We're waiting on one more guest. Mr. Unnamed Security Guard should be here eventually, and he'll probably just join later on. Volume's a bit low. Okay, for both of us or just one of us? I'll turn it up
It seemed a little
here.
low for both of us from what I
Both of
heard.
us. Okay. Thank you, OBS. You are great.
Every
Okay,
time.
I turned it up a bit. Let's see. Let me know. Too quiet. Is this better? Okay, let me know if it's better on my end, and then Var just yap for a bit, and we'll see if it's better as well.
Okay. Oh, I lost the stream too. Oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
Give me 1 sec.
You're good, you're good. Yes, I'm sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties. This is why I should start stream not 10 minutes before it. But it's okay.
Every time I stream, this is what happens.
Right, yeah. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna sit down 30 minutes earlier and, start really nice, but no, it never happens. Could just maybe, but the audio quality sounds a bit more crushed than usual. Really?
It kind
What
of
is going on?
does.
Really?
No, it's whenever you update OBS, there's
Oh
always
my God,
weird
I'm so
things.
sorry. I'm not trying to, I don't know what else to do in that sense. Maybe here? Maybe a little bit. Hello, Blue Star Green Moon. You came at a not the best time. I'm sorry. Hello, Life Quote 2004. Welcome. As we figure this out.
Mine sounds
Vocalizing
okay now.
guest. Really? Wait, am I louder or is the guest louder? I'll turn you up to here.
Okay, I think it's just your mic sounds a little different now.
Really? That's so weird. Yeah, I didn't change anything. Unless I moved something on accident, maybe. Hi, it's my birthday, and I went to see the second FNAF movie. Also, both the UNT shirts are alive. That's funny. Happy birthday, C. James, and I hope you enjoyed the FNAF 2 movie. We did a whole stream about that, and we all thought, I'm more quiet. Really? What? What is going on?
I guess we'll just have to blast your volume then.
All right, yeah, I'll just blast mine a bit. This is why I never update OBS before I start stream. Never. Okay, well, I
And
think I'll talk louder also, so just almost far away, really?
it's
Like
weird
right,
because like you sound perfect in Discord.
right, yeah. My face is in the mic. I'll talk louder and I'll be closer. But yes, happy birthday, C James. Sorry, and hopefully,
Also,
yeah, we'll adjust as it goes on.
that's the perfect way to spend your birthday.
Yes, I agree. I wish the FNAF 2 movie came out on my birthday, but it did not. Okay,
That
here we
would
go.
have
I
been
think we're good,
me.
right?
Anyway,
All right, as the title suggests, we're gonna be debating FNAF lore. Not really debate. I feel like we agree about most things, mostly just for the title. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything we do like totally disagree on. Um, but yeah, we have
I'm
a
sure
list.
there's plenty.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe yeah, we'll see. I have a list. So, is there anything you really want to start with? Anything, any topic?
Not immediately, but let me message unnamed real quick just to make sure he knows that we're going,
Yes,
and
of
then
course. Oh, there you go.
all right.
Okay. Well, I think a good one then is the box. I put it in the
Oh
thumbnail
yeah.
because I think it's my my
Oh yeah.
personal favorite mystery. One that I hope we get one day, please. I don't care where it is or how we do it, even if it's like Chica's Party World game or whatever it is. I
Yes,
just
I'd
really
be
want this
perfectly
one.
fine.
Yeah, exactly. Just any answer, please. I hope we're doing one of those things I feel like we never get an answer and it just stays as unsolved forever. That would suck. That would make me so sad. Um, but it doesn't look good. I'll be honest. It doesn't look good. So I think with this one, there's like two ways to look at it, and I've always looked at it that way. It's like we're almost there's like phases of it in that sense. Like what was in the box right when FNAF 4 was released? How did it look like after FNAF World and Sister Location? How did it look like in Pizzeria Simulator Ultimate Custom Night? And then finally, what does it look like now?
Yeah, because one thing I'm kind of curious about is if when Scott came up with the whole idea of the mimic and whatnot, everything from like Help Wanted to now, I'm curious if it changed again.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I
Because
wonder
like because
if
they're
he
trying to
just.
connect like everything all the way back.
Mhm.
Not like super much, like it's not like they're rewriting lore, but it's like things that
Hello,
were
Harrison
never
James.
stated. It's
Yes,
like
right.
I wonder if it's like gonna be even slightly related to that too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to. Oh, hello, John Cena's ball. Welcome. It's going good. Yes, happy birthday, everyone. Wish CG James happy birthday. Yeah, with me, I think like now, it's not even like it's gotten better. We have like basically the same amount of information as we did back then,
Yep.
and sure we can come up with new conclusions, but even then, all of them are just kind of guesses in that sense. We don't really have like a concrete answer.
Yeah, it's not like there's been new things that were being fed about it.
Right? Yeah. Unnamed, welcome. Here's the second guest. Welcome.
Oh boy, I apologize for being fashionably
No,
late
you're
as
good.
always.
We
No,
had some
you're
audio
good.
issues, so don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
like that was half of the start already, so don't worry, you're good.
Excellent. What is it? Fashionably means less than half an hour more than 15, so we're all good.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I could get away with a quick shower so we could have a nice long conversation and I could feel
No,
good.
you're good.
The hot water had me occupied, so we're all good now, though.
I cannot blame you.
It's very cold
Anyway,
here.
dragging you into this, the box.
Yes,
Tell
the
us
box.
what's in
You
it.
joined right in the box conversation. That's what
Oh boy,
we're gonna be talking about. Yeah.
the box. What about the box?
Mr.
What
3D
you guys were
Gaming,
talking
I
about?
actually agree for now.
Right. Yeah. We'll talk about that theory in a second. But I guess what we were just talking about is the phases. You know, I feel like there's definitely multiple phases of what was inside the box, with Scott changing his mind so many times, and then in that sense, us not really having a concrete answer. Hello, real William Afton. We got the real William Afton. Why
Yeah,
don't you
so
tell
it's
us
like
what's in the box?
Like, oh yeah, let me just tell you what I found. Yeah, Scott emailed me the other day when I asked.
just shower
Gave
thought,
me.
figured it all out.
No, I mean, God, you know, the funny thing is, I think like that would be something he would tell MatPat. Like, what was that in one of his like final videos or something?
Right.
And like Scott pops up for the cameo, like
That was awesome, man.
supposedly. Well, yeah, supposedly told him everything. Like that's one of the things I would imagine he would get told, but you know,
Right,
I'm
and I
sure
wonder
he-
what the answer looked like. I wonder if it was like, okay, so at this point it was, and then 2 years later I was like, no, it's this, and then finally I went back to something else, and he's like, now there's nothing. I wonder what
and
that would be like.
He's like, I am in the box.
It was me the whole time. There's nothing. I just made it up.
and I do think like it's almost connected to like the question of like what is the one retcon? That's also been like a recurring question,
Right.
and like I also think that that's changed over time. Unless it's also changed that there's more than one retcon, and Scott just never updated us on that, I guess. But
Hello, Prototype Fredbear, welcome.
in that regard, like
Hello,
at
Neo, welcome
first,
as well. Sorry.
like let me just gather my thought. Like I really remember what is it? Like one of the earlier theories, like I don't remember if it was game theory themselves that did it, but I remember one of the early ones was them having the idea that it's exactly as said, right? The pieces put together, and what was the earliest one that it was like the crying child, like the body
the
of a
body,
robotic
yeah.
crying child
Uh-huh.
put together,
Crying child is made of Legos.
right? Or
Right.
like as much as people don't like it, the idea that he was literally trying to rebuild a prototype body for him.
So it was a mimic.
Well, I mean, I guess you would say Mimic 3 if this is William copying what we now know with what he saw with Mimic 1 and 2.
Endo 2, we never figured out Endo 2, therefore. Oh, snap.
Well, not even though, but like specifically the Mimic endos, because like the animatronic ones are separate, I'm pretty sure, but I think that might have been one, but what's also interesting to me now is that the movie seems to be implying, at least in the movie's continuity, and again, I'll repeat myself for the third time, I think, what is it, the movies, the games, the books, and Into the Pit specifically, the game, are each separate continuities, just worth repeating, but I do think it's interesting in the movie continuity, Scott's bringing up this idea of like, what's it, like, can we at least all agree that like what Vanessa pulls out of the closet is clearly meant to be a box stand-in?
Yes, 100%. And if that is the case, then I wonder if they do anything in FNAF 4 in terms of like, because obviously that's the big ending of FNAF 4. It's like this box and what is that? So would they incorporate that with the game, or is it just gonna be? It's not gonna be there in general. So if it is the stand-in box, I still hope we get something in FNAF 4. But at the same point, it kind of defeats it, because we just saw it in FNAF 2. So I do think it's a stand-in, which makes me sad, because that means it's not gonna be this big reveal in FNAF 4.
Right, and it's just interesting to me that it's so different than what we see, or what we saw like first theorized when right after we first saw the box, right? That like, oh, instead of the body of the crying child put together, what do we see in the movie, right? It's like mementos from each of his actual victims. And like that is somehow a necessary component of whatever he's doing in the movies with Remnant, because that still has to be, and again, it's odd to me in the movies, we've not been shown that yet, but like clearly like Remnant and just souls and moving on and immortality, that's like a core component of every continuity in some way, shape, or form, as far as I've seen. So it's odd to me that, like, because remember, the second movie is coming out, like, what is it? What interview was that from? The second Dawko interview? Where Scott said that? Where, like,
Yeah.
he was asked about the box?
Right, and he's like, I don't know if I can find it anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I'm
think it
pretty
was
sure
the
the second
second
one.
Dawko one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this movie's coming out after that, where he was directly asked this question, and he knew, like, to this day, it's still, like, an important thing for that to be, like, the big question Dawko's asking him, right? And, like, this movie's coming out after that. Like, I wonder if that kind of helped inspire him to add that into the plot of the second movie. Because, like, while he can't really, like, retroactively go back and change prior games, nor would he really want to, and I wouldn't advise it, but, like, what he
Right.
can do is, like, touch on it with this separate continuity idea with the movies. So, like, if that is, like, going back to what he said years ago, right, with, like, oh, I don't like retconning, but I do like clarifying quote-unquote things by, like, addressing it in the next game, but since he can't really do that as far as we're aware, like, maybe he's putting it in the games too, who knows, but it is interesting to me that that's the order here, like, because it wasn't even, like, a year or so ago? When was the second Dawko interview?
A year and a half, maybe, around?
Year
I
and a
want to
half,
say,
so,
yeah.
like,
Oh, wait, it was
still
like the 10th
definitely...
anniversary, so around there. I don't know how long ago that was.
So, more than likely, though, like, right around where they're starting to, like, get ready for the second movie, because the first one came out in 23, right?
Yes.
So that was already done, so if he's already, like, early days conceptualizing the second movie at that point, there's every possibility that interview got him to think, like, oh, why don't I add this into the script? Why
Yeah.
don't I address this if this is such a big question in the community?
Right, because
And
the
it's just
interview was, what, 10
interesting.
years, you know? So, yeah, I agree.
Right.
Might as well.
Well, and it's so fascinating to me that, like, instead of, like, imagine in the movie if we would have gotten, like, pieces of a small robotic child, right, versus what we actually did, like all these little toys from each of the victims, and we can assume that at least because the one we do know was from Garrett, right, the little plane. And so it's just, why is he going that direction is just what I wonder. And I know this is a very extremely long-winded way to answer, like, I don't know what's in the box, but at the same time, like, as lame as it is as well, just repeating what Scott said, I'm not sure if he knows. But I think he's starting to get a better idea. Like,
Thank you, Mr. Shirt.
Whatever it is, it's got to be core to Remnant, right? Because, like,
Yeah.
the thing I keep thinking with that scene, as with any movie, and I would encourage anybody, like, if you get really into, like, movies, just constantly ask yourself, why am I being shown this? Someone had to go through the effort of putting this scene together, putting these objects in front of the screen, like, writing this all out, double-checking and triple-checking, get editors to double-check and triple-check everything. Like, why are we being shown this? Why are we being shown these specific toys in this box? Is just what I think there might be setup here that just hasn't paid off yet, is also a possibility. That we might get a better answer to these things in the third movie, because it's interesting that it's also kind of tied to dream theory, too, because remember, why does Vanessa pull out the box in the movie? To try and connect to that old memory like Mike did in the first movie with his Nebraska poster.
Right.
So, like, is there a tie-in more with, like, dreams? Are, like, dreams and perception more important than we thought? Like, I don't know. Like, I know Scott... I'm pretty sure Scott knows at this point what he wants in the box in the movie continuity, at least. I just don't think we've gotten the payoff yet. I don't think we have enough information yet to say what's in the box, at least in the movie. In the games, who the hell knows, man? Like, you know, I don't know what the community thinks, but, like, I still really kind of like the idea of, like, a little robot kid in there for my own theory, but I can't really talk about that yet. I know. I will just say that I personally like the idea of an incomplete vessel. I'll say that for the crying child. I like that being in the box in the games.
Okay, nice. I like the answer, and I would agree for a phase of it. So I guess that's all. Like I'll ask next, right? If there's three phases, which we can kind of say in the first phase, right after FNAF 4 was released, in that what
Mhm.
was going to be in the box, like the Halloween update, which was a few months afterwards. What do you think was going
Yes.
to be in the box when he was planning, when he planned to when he planned to open it, and just what do you think originally in the box in 2015?
I
Was that
mean,
around the time when he said that would we accept it that way?
Yes, that was like right after the
Okay,
update, or
okay.
I think before, and he's like, never mind, not opening the box. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
V, you want to say anything?
Because at that point, it's like, what are our options? It's like we were introduced to like all the different toys and plush and whatnot in the fourth game, but it's like, why would he ask that then if it's just like something we were just introduced to? Like, I feel like the contents of the box have to be connected to all the games. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All the
Mhm.
pieces put together.
Right. And yeah, what was it like so, I guess, shocking that the fans wouldn't accept it that way? That's why,
Yeah,
although I
so
like
it's
the
like,
idea of it being the crying childlike body, I don't see that as, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see that so like, oh my God, like, what, why,
The
Um,
question becomes like, when do you think he had like a good forecast of the series planned out? Like, when do
right.
you think he had the idea of sister location? But do you think he did by the time
Mhm.
he did FNAF 4?
I
Maybe
think
3?
maybe
Like,
he like
when
thought of it probably around FNAF 4, but I don't know.
I feel like when he
uh,
comes up with that question of will they accept it that way, he's like, I gotta make more. My story is not
Oh,
finished.
right, yeah, maybe, yeah. Oh, I like that too. Like in that sense, it wasn't enough, which
Because
could be
that's almost
fair.
sounds like he doesn't accept it, like he wasn't satisfied with it.
yep.
Hmm.
Because
Oh,
if
so
there's
yeah, well,
doubt,
okay, I like that too. Then what if? Okay.
Or,
Hmm.
and again, I would have had a totally different answer like 6 months ago, but now my biggest
well, same.
problem with that is the dangling thread we still don't have an answer on, as far as I'm aware. Again, I'm kind of a caveman with social media, so I don't know, maybe it's been answered since, but we're kind of stuck until we get an answer from Scott's own mouth about like, what is Chica's secret party? Is it real?
That
Just
was
right
yeah,
against
Because
the
because
wall.
remember that book
Okay, you know what? That's
claims
an
that.
extra phase we'll talk about. I totally forgot about that. We'll add that one at the
Well,
end. Go
yeah.
on.
Remember, because in that game, it outright clarifies, like
What's in the
says
box,
that
right?
it shows you what's in the
Yes,
box,
and this was
but we're
after
not
Sister
going to
Location
spoil that.
before Pizzeria Simulator, right? Like right before.
Yes,
And it also
it
has
was
Midnight Motorist components, which is interesting. So I wonder, like, he probably scrapped that made into
that would
Midnight
have been a
Motorist?
good time,
Yes.
right, for him to have a more solid idea. But
Yeah,
like, if he
exactly.
got scared, or maybe not even that, if it truly was like he said, like, oh, I am going to give the answer, but it's literally only once, and it'll be for like 3 days on my website ever.
Yeah.
And like, the fandom wasn't big enough at that point. Maybe we all legitimately missed it, and
Oh,
that's
that
the
makes me
problem.
so sad. I blame all of us guys.
But again, we don't know. And maybe again, also consider, right? Maybe that's got what got Scott to pivot on the box. If we missed it, how does he proceed? If he was setting up an answer to like outright give us an answer in this secret game that we never saw apparently, and we miss that one piece, how in God's name could we like come up with an answer if we're missing a critical piece? The final one, right? Because maybe assuming the game is real, assuming,
Mhm.
even if we see something, like we're given something that's in the box, that's only just seeing the object, right?
Right, yeah.
What would spawn from that is the myriad of questions of whatever that answer is. Like
Mhm.
whether it is a crying body, whether it is child's body, whether it is like a bunch of little toys, whether it is whatever,
Yeah.
right? Whatever is in the box, a bunch of questions are going to spawn from that. And like from that, I would assume that's the other half of the rope, like he talks about in his FNAF interview, right?
Hmm.
I think. um, but again, he kind of has to pivot the story at that point, and like that's why retroactively years later he's talking about like, I I think I knew at one point, but it's been so many years I forgot, and I don't know where I was gonna go with it. Because like maybe he was going to pivot it depending on like how the community responded to it. Like
Right.
if it was a beach ball or something, like how would we have reacted?
We would have been like, "That's lame, boo."
Right.
That, yeah.
Or, or if it
Yeah, it's like
was
some super simple thing that was like super obvious, and then the
Or
yeah,
a,
theory
well, yeah, that's
community was
true.
like
right,
expected
or a
some super
robotic
It was like
complex thing.
you know, what is like a blueprint for the FNAF 1 pizzeria, like full circle moment type of thing. Honestly, I could see
right,
that. Okay.
or a robotic crying child body, or the like toys of all of his victims, or like
Yeah,
whatever it was. A bunch of questions would have spawned from that, and like he could have continued the story from there, but that never happened.
right.
So like that's the other massive problem with asking me or anyone about the box right now. Like until we get, and again, you guys can let me know. It'd be news to me at this moment, but like, it has Scott addressed this in like the past couple weeks.
No, still
That I know of.
nothing. Surprisingly, nothing. I mean, the book is out. It's been a couple weeks since then. Nothing like,
It's like it's
we have
been
nothing.
dead
Yeah.
silent.
Yeah, no, yeah, and it's very surprising. People, I thought it would have been like that afternoon the book got leaked. I was so sure of it and nothing. And I was like, okay, you know what? He's probably busy a day. And then, not even
Well,
when the
because
book was released, I was like, okay, wow.
the massive problem is like the book is so wrong. This is the second time it's happened,
Yes. Oh my God.
and yet, if the core of it is true, even if anything, that makes it even more curious. Like if that bare minimum the game exists, but everything the book says about it is wrong, then that's even more intrigue. What it actually is in the game then?
Right.
If we knew the game exists, but the book got it totally wrong, now we don't even know, right? But that's something like Scott's gonna have to like clarify. Like, was this thing ever real? And if it was, like, did you have to pivot from that? If we truly missed a detail, right? Like that's kind of my problem. But since like for whatever reason he's not addressing it, like God, like I might even try to email him or something because like how can we possibly like get a more solid answer
Yeah.
on the box if there's a legitimate possibility that between what is it, FNAF 4 and Sister Location, which would be the perfect time for him to put this out and have an answer at the same time, right? And we just genuinely missed it. Like, how do we proceed? We really can't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of my problem.
Damn. I thought we'd find out an answer by now. I'm kidding.
Well,
Oh man.
email Scott with me.
Right, yeah, I'm like, please. I'm saying that's why, like, I know people have been, in essence, like, I doubt we haven't been asking him, right? I doubt he hasn't seen, like, all of this. Not even necessarily backlash from the book in general, but just, like, the discourse about this specific part of it that is so accurate in the game. So I'm still hoping eventually, but it just doesn't seem likely, which is weird. Because how are we just gonna brush over that? Like, I don't want this to be another box situation. Not even the box situation. This would be something so entirely new where he just never talks about it. Because with everything he's honestly addressed it. Just this, he would ignore it. I don't know.
It's one
Weird.
thing when it's like combobulation and like intrigue and mystique within the lore, within the games he himself with his own hands made. It's another thing entirely when these books are. Do you truly even believe Scott edited this thing? Is my question. Do you think Scott read this book and gave it a
Yeah,
thumbs up?
I would say probably not, honestly. I
Right.
don't think
So
so.
if that's the case, I feel like we're kind of owed an explanation here. Like if we're
Yes.
supposed to buy this thing and not only buy it but take it seriously, and it's not just like a funny coloring book that truly does mean nothing because even then in this series even the coloring books mean something. Like I feel like we're owed a bit of an explanation here.
Yeah, right.
Because like otherwise, like how could like this is the second time it's happened. A book that he's put his name on has been so wrong, right? And that's kind of the frustrating part, right? Like,
Mm.
is this just a cash grab, Scott? Are we getting to this point? Well, and again, I know you're knee deep in Abyss and probably the third movie at this
Right.
point, but still, like, you're putting your name on it. That has to mean something. Like, can we, like, you don't even have to answer the question. Just say, oh, okay, I'll make it a point to address it in the next game. Would that not calm everybody down? Would that not make us feel better? It
Yeah,
would
exactly.
me.
Yeah, no, same here. It'd be more than enough in that sense.
Right, like, oh, I'm not going to make a post about it now, but I will make a point to address this in the next game.
Exactly. That's all I'm asking for. But this is another good point.
Right.
The next, like, we'll pivot to this, right? The second phase, I would say, when the box would be opened, is in FNAF World, because there you actually find the PNG of the box opened.
Yep.
So it was definitely supposed to be open then. And I think this is what, like a few months to like a year after FNAF 4 before Sister Location. So it's still pretty early on. What
Yeah,
do we
that
think was
between period.
planned then? Because I know like the biggest one is Happiest Day, where you collect like the clock ending, and then he even says the pieces are placed for you, and then that you would complete them in FNAF 3 and Happiest Day. So Happiest Day in the box, or just in general, what do you guys think of that?
I mean, while my mind is still on it, I will say, like, if that's truly the order, because I forgot, honestly, the order of release, if that is the case, that just makes even more sense to me that, oh, finished FNAF 4, built this intrigue, here's the box, ha ha ha. I make this secret game, everybody misses the detail, nobody knows where I'm going with it, so
Yeah.
I'm also making FNAF World at the time. Okay, everybody missed this detail, and I was already making this game with the thought that they had this key piece of information that they don't now. What now? Oh, I have to scrap that ending. I have to scrap that ending where there's that unused asset of the box open. That just more convinces me
Yeah.
that this game might be real, and we missed it. Because, like, why... Especially in these early days, like, why would he have gone to the effort of, like, making that open box? Like,
Right, yeah, it just feels like, okay, FNAF 4 wasn't the right time because of so said reason. Then, okay, maybe FNAF 4, but no, they're still like maybe not on the right track, whatever it is. And then one more time, I think, with Chica's part, like that secret game we missed. And then after that point, I think when he transitioned into Pizzeria Simulator and like remade it into Midnight Motorist, most likely, or different mini games, I feel like at that point he just questioned if we would even want an answer or something like that. Because at that
yeah,
point, it
because
was
the
definitely
story
scrapped.
didn't go
Yeah,
there.
exactly. At
Right.
this point, we're totally with, this new with Henry and whatever happens in that game, and then so forth. We moved on entirely. So I definitely think that makes the most sense. Where in that sense, he just kept delaying and delaying until the time was right in his head, but it just never really came, and that's what he means where he just doesn't know if he can find it again. Because like you said a couple times, it just hasn't really matched up with the story now.
Right, and it just, like, never ended up going that direction. And, like, the problem is, like, if he truly, like, after FNAF 4, or even, like, during it, if he had this big
Hmm.
plan where he's like, okay, I'm going to introduce this box in FNAF 4, I'm
Right.
going to make this FNAF World game where I'm going to show what's in the box even.
Hmm.
Or, like, even before that, if the Chica's Party World game came before, and, like, I show what's in the box, and then FNAF World would have explained it more, and then there's some sort of payoff by Sister Location, or maybe Sister Location was the pivot. Again, the problem is we don't know how much he had planned by FNAF 4, but there's every reality that he had this little arc
Yeah.
figured out by the time he was working on FNAF 4.
Mm.
And if he had to pivot, right, because that ending of FNAF World has always seemed so, like, odd to me.
Yeah.
Like, maybe things are just so, like, meant to stay secret. Like, what are we supposed to take from that? Like, other than just,
Mm.
like, more a mystery that leads to nowhere. That feels like a road that got closed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that, as frustrating as it is, like, that more convinces me that there might be some legitimacy to this Chica's Secret Party game. And because if we truly missed a critical piece of this narrative, and, like, Scott saw, like, none of us found it or something, there were no videos on it, everybody missed it somehow.
Yeah.
He's like,
Nothing.
crap. Right, okay, I've got to just cut this ending and rewrite it to, like, not have the open box and just say, okay, like, the box is closed, you all missed it, we're moving on. That, as weird and lame as that feels, like, I'm starting to wonder if that's what actually happened.
Me too, and in that sense, it makes the most sense. Like again, I just don't like he said, or I mean, he said in the interview, just find it again. Like, why would he have to find
Yeah.
it in that sense if it wasn't relevant, or if it was relevant? Because if it was, then it should be easy to put it, in Ruin or whatever game it is, if it really did matter that
Well,
much. But since it's like it just doesn't matter anymore, then I guess it makes sense.
I mean, like I explained, like, speculated even, I can't even say explain, but, like,
Hmm.
let's say he truly does know what was in the box. He remembers it was, but the problem is he doesn't remember his explanation for it. He doesn't remember, like, how it fit into the world and was explained in the world. Right?
Right.
That's what I wonder. Like, if there was a possibility, if there was a reality, we would have seen what was in it in Chica's Party World. Because supposedly Chica's Party World, it did have the answers. Supposedly.
Yeah.
And maybe he remembers that. Maybe he remembers what he put in there.
Yeah.
But again, like, how frustrating would that be from his perspective if it's like, oh, I forgot where I was going with that.
Hmm.
Like, if it was a rubber duck or something, no matter what it was, you know, but he forgets to explain how the rubber duck got there, and the rubber duck is important. He's at square one effectively anyways, you know.
Yeah.
That's just me speculating, but even if he does remember what's in the box, that could still just be like square one for him anyways. So
Right.
I still think there's a possibility like he wasn't entirely truthful there, and like he might remember what's in the box. It's just like if he doesn't know how to put it back into the story, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. It's just, yeah, it just doesn't matter anymore in that sense, which sucks because I think it could have been such a cool component if obviously that's where it went. But I also very much enjoy where we went, a sister location and so forth. So I get why it was scrapped in that sense. We moved on, but I just still really want an answer. So FNAF 2 movie, we kind of got it, I think. I think the
Well,
toys are enough right now.
I agree that I'm glad that like Game Theory even kind of called him out recently. Did
Right.
you see that video where
Yes.
where Tom was effectively like, "Oh yeah, like I get not having an answer at the time and having to pivot if we miss this thing or whatever, but I mean,
Right.
like you've had years to readdress this and you can come tackle this again." Like, and despite what people say, I trust Scott's writing ability enough to figure out like an answer to this now, even if it's not the original answer.
Right.
Scott has an opportunity because we'll never know. Like, we'll never know. Like,
Yeah.
even if he has to pivot whatever his original idea was, he has an opportunity now to, like, think of an even better answer and just slap the original sticker on it and say, oh, yeah, this was my plan from the beginning.
Hmm.
Yeah, like, which, whatever, right? We'll never know. But, I mean, that's better than nothing, is, like, V, I'm curious, like, what are your thoughts on all this? Or am I just, like, insane?
So I was just thinking of absolutely ridiculous things, but like Scott's a family man. I mean, I'm thinking after the first 4 games, he's like, "Oh, this is the perfect ending with the box," and then he just so what's in the box was gonna be where it just like zooms in, then we see an old William Afton in a rocking chair writing a
Oh.
book called Five Nights at
Oh my
Freddy's.
God, that would be so. Then yeah, I would not.
And
I'm kidding. I don't know if I'd
he's
In the
accept
like,
that.
no
box.
one would like this, so I have to
Yeah.
change it.
Or like it goes
Like,
into
Because he
like,
lost his
crying
kid,
child's
and
head
so
and he
he's
wakes
just
up from
like,
the dream or something like that. It was all a
so
dream, all 4 games.
it's just like he lost his kid when he used to work there, and then now he's just like an old man writing the whole story again. It's some weird.
Honestly, I mean, I could in
It'd
some
be
world that
off.
could have totally been possible.
right.
It'd still have to have a supernatural element because, like, it wouldn't make sense for him to just write that for the heck of
Right.
And, like,
it.
I like it.
No, I got
I,
nothing right now. Like,
Right, because yeah, it's the hard
I
thing.
mean,
Like, what else can you, like theorize on?
but I guess my
like,
problem with the movie box, like, I currently agree with it, but like, I don't get like how that would work for translating it to the games.
Right.
Because like crying child, unless he's crying because he knows about all the victims, and that's why he can talk to his plushies and stuff because they're all like possessed or something. I don't know how it, like, what would be in the box, I guess, besides his plush
Right. Well, I
or
mean, I
besides
talked
like the Golden
about
Freddy.
like the neighborhood kids, like neighborhood MCI theory or whatever, that like those would be the trophies because each of them have something, except one of them, like the Spring Bunny plush, the balloon from the Balloon Boy kid, the Freddy mask, and I'm blanking on what the other kids had. That would be, but that would mean that would happen after the bite of '83, and then the box obviously like also took place after in that sense. But that makes the most sense. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, because in that sense we don't really see other or that specific like victims and like the trophies, so that's the best I got.
So maybe there'd be like something that ties to both of the bite victims too. So like not just his bite, but the 87 bite, or like
Right.
I'm trying to figure out like what pieces would be in the box if it was
Yeah.
like would it just be like the masks maybe? Like
Right,
from
yeah.
FNAF 3,
Yeah,
like
the
all the
masks make
masks
sense.
fall to the
Yeah.
ground?
I like that too.
I don't know.
the two things I keep thinking is that again the latest we've seen in the second movie is Scott connecting the idea of what's in the box has something to do with Dream Theory in the movie continuity.
Right.
And because of that as well, it's also reinforced that, like, whatever is in the box is like a physical object. In the movies, it was several different objects, right? Like, presumably, like, an item from each of his victims, right? Seems to be the implication in the movies.
Unless they're just, like, all things that are relevant to Vanessa. Like, maybe it's not all victim things, but it's like her dad gave her that, so it's connected to him, but maybe that's only, like, part of the memories, and the other things are, like, hers.
And, you know, maybe rolling with that, maybe, like, extend that to the games, and, like,
Yeah.
Vanessa is kind of like an Elizabeth stand-in. So what if it was, like, objects from Elizabeth, right? Like, this is the problem. But, like, I just have the feeling that there's a possibility it has something to do with Dream Theory, and I also feel like it would be a physical object and not, like, something ethereal, right? Is just the feeling I have. I'm basing it on nothing but a feeling, but, like, those are the two things that I'm wondering now. From what we're seeing in the movies, at least, that whatever it is might have something to do with Dream Theory. Because, again, like, I'm also remembering, like, remember when, like, that really old Game Theory stream and, like, Scott hopped on, and, like, one of the things he said on his website was, like, what seen in the dark can be easily misunderstood through the eyes of a child, or something like that.
Right, yeah. That's where it was just like Chica's beak, why is it missing or something?
Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, him giving that line specifically, like, I also just thought I'd mention, like, it's that specific quote of him saying that through his website that makes me wonder, like, what if the crying child really didn't see anything nefarious before he died? What if it truly was just all in his mind and he was just kind of freaking himself out? Like, as benign and lame as that kind of feels.
Right, no, that makes a lot
how
of sense.
else do
okay.
Well, how else do we interpret that line if that's from the horse's mouth himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he imagined this awful thing of him getting bit and being raised into Golden Freddy, but it was never real.
Right, because, like, other than, like, Charlie, there's nothing, like, supernatural going on at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because,
if Charlie
well,
was first.
I mean, in my timeline it is, but, you know, like, everybody... it feels... Well... Hang on, let me double check. Yeah, no, actually, no, that doesn't work. You're right, because the crying child was first, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know who's... Well,
I had
that's
to
a
go
whole
over my
issue we
mind
could talk
again.
about or debate who's first. And
right. Well,
that,
oh my
like,
god, I
kill,
gotta
you know...
finish this video. I'm sure you guys have, like, a month of questions for me after, but, I will say that, like, I do think... Yeah, what is it? The crying child died first, then Charlie. Hang on, let me remember. The MCI, the DCI, and then Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
I bet that feels a little wild.
And
trust me, that's what I spent, like, an entire night debating V about when Elizabeth
oh,
died.
right, yeah. For
That was
me,
a
I would...
mess.
Honestly, yeah, we'll pivot from there. Okay, so with the box, just to end it
Yes.
off, right? Because we already 45 minutes, which I love. Because there's that
Right.
much, honestly. Just final answer, for me, toys from FNAF 2 movie. But if not, I love the idea of Warfred up of it being something funny, like Old Man William.
No.
But for now, I am
Old Man William.
satisfied enough with FNAF 2 toys, but I wish we had more. What about you guys?
Ditto. I think we need more. I think we've earned more at this point with
yes,
that.
right, please, yeah.
I wish we could have
movement of
seen
a book.
what the box looked like in the
Yes,
movie,
right.
because that's like my other big,
The
like,
two little locks on the front.
Yeah, right. I thought they
don't
were gonna do
wanna-
a different angle, but it was the same as the trailer. That's it. And I was like, damn it.
Hey, Scott, can you show a picture of the prop?
Right, and yeah, there was no behind the scenes. I also watched tacos and all those videos, you know, and there was nothing
Did they
else.
see the box?
Exactly. Like no one went in the closet. I was like, I was so sad.
I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how, like, I feel like he's setting something up, because, like, isn't it odd that he's the one kind of, like, the prime mover of all this new box speculation? Like, he's the one who's trotting it out in front of our eyes for this second movie.
Right, no, he definitely knew what he was
mean,
doing, because, like, I mean, the minute we saw box, we're all like, oh my god, FNAF 4, so he knew.
But it's like he also said that, like, was kind of, like, he didn't say this, but he said, like, he's kind of done with the box for now, kind of, in his
at least
Doco interview. So it's like,
I
we
thought at
supposed to
that
take
point,
this as that?
because, like, the story just wasn't going there, but, like, he kind of, like, again, like, if he just wanted to ignore it, he wouldn't have, like, even made it in the movie. Like, he could have just, like, used something else to do that, I guess, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, we didn't see that it is the box, so, like, it might just be random Vanessa box.
I mean, to be fair, like,
Oh.
maybe I'm splitting hairs here, but if he wanted to avoid that confusion, he could have, like, had her pull that stuff out of a plastic tote or something. Like, even though we don't see it, it is, like, box analogous, in my opinion.
That's true.
You know, she could have pulled it out of a basket of exotic butters, for all I care, right?
That would have been butter.
You know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I think the box was intentional. There's no way. I mean, like you said, with every movie, why was this here? Why did they want us to see this? There had to been something there, you know, some thought process. Even if it wasn't directly by Scott, I don't know if some fan or the writers, you know, were like, oh, maybe this would be like a fun, you know, something.
Or again, just that last year or so before him getting directly asked it by Daco.
Yeah, he's like, damn, they still care? Fine, why not? We'll give you this, you know? Even if it isn't his original answer, I think I'm okay with it for now. But if he retires, just give it to me, please. And I mean really retire.
No, I think this second book was enough of a misstep that we've kind of earned a explanation at this point. Like,
right. Or
this is the second
in
time.
General, that sounds like such a fun game in terms of like the lore, where there could be you could take in so many. It's just so cool.
That would make up for it. Just make the game, Scott.
Make it real quick. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be good. I'll take 4 8-bit mini bits out. That's it. More than enough. A flat, you know, make it on a desktop game. I don't care.
And it finally tells us what's in the box.
Yes, exactly.
Hopefully.
It'll be like 3 pixels. We won't even be able to tell, but I'll take it.
We might have to wait for the explanation on what's in it, but still, just knowing what's in it would spark so many theories.
Yeah, exactly. And again, more than enough for me. Well, there we go, guys. We solved the first one. Definitely not.
Yep.
We tried. But now, death order. Really quick, let's all just go, you know, and give our death order. Before we're going to start with you. So then we can all copy you. I'm kidding.
Who, me?
All right, whoever wants to go first. I'm fine with anyone.
Actually, V, I want to hear your death order first.
I don't have a solid one yet, but I'm gonna go, if we're counting David. Okay, and then
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, oh snap. Okay, I'm having like 2 conflicts of orders right now, but we'll just go just for the sake of it. Charlotte, Crying Child, and Elizabeth.
Okay.
MCI, DCI?
Or are we talking? Oh, we're talking like everyone.
Oh, yeah, we'll include MCI, DCI.
And then MCI.
Ooh.
And then DCI.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, interesting.
So wait, you're still trying to say she died before?
Just for the sake of having a order, because I don't really.
I mean, you're just the one that convinced me that she kind of came in. Fair enough.
Well, I didn't convince myself.
That's wild. What about you, Bronze?
Actually,
what's your
let's see.
Oh no, yeah, no, you keep cooking.
Doggone it. Okay. Wait. Nope. Come back to me. I don't know.
Rain check.
Yeah, well, we'll go
what about
you? You messed me up.
Right? Because I'm like, there's so many names and events.
Okay. MCI and then Elizabeth. My bad.
Okay, and then DCI afterwards, or DCI, like, is that even there in your perspective?
Irrelevant.
Okay, that's so fair. No, that is so fair, and I get it. Yeah.
I choose to ignore you.
I'm split on DCI. Mine could, I don't know. In that sense, it could work, but I'll leave. I don't know. I'll leave it.
Well, it's just like we've gotten 2 I know I can't pull from the movies, but like we've gotten 2 movies where groups of people that are not kids get destroyed and the bodies look different. So I'm like, is it just random people that came in? And if so, why does that matter? Like,
Yeah.
is that why we never see them again? Because they don't matter? I don't know. So I really don't have anything good about the DCI.
No, that's so yeah, and I would be. I'm saying if it was even in one more game, like we had some reference to it somewhere, then I guess I would include it. But
Or
because we
maybe
haven't
they
heard
have
about it,
been, and I'm just completely misinterpreting events because I suck at figuring out the first few games
right?
lower.
No, that's so fair.
I've really got to finish this video. Is all I can
Really
say.
quickly,
Yeah, you really do.
Glitchinger said she gets party secret for 12th anniversary trust, and I hope so.
Oh, please.
Odds we get another game set between 1983 and 87 from Unusual Carrot.
Fall Fest Trust.
I was about to say yes. We'll go to, me
I
and
don't
Var were just talking about that. Like, we'll go to Fall Fest 100% somehow. We'll go back to Fall Fest. Don't worry. Fall Fest
I want a
mentioned, I love
70s
it.
Fall Fest though.
Yeah, me too. I want Fiona Fall Fest, which is probably 70 something, or I want Modern Fall Fest because I think Modern Fall Fest
Yeah,
would be
just
cool.
just swap between the dates. It's fine.
Yes,
We'll
yeah,
play
Vandy
it.
Mask. You
Nobody
take it all.
cares.
You put it on, and then you're like back in the fire. You take it off. You're in modern times. That's exactly how they could do it. But okay, yes, Death Order. Okay, let's see.
It's not
Okay,
like you have to permanently think this forevermore.
right? I'm like, oh, if I say it, if whatever I say, it's like out there, and I have so a group of people just disagreeing no matter what. That's the beauty of FNAF with anything. Okay, so I think we can all agree first. Hopefully, it's Crying Child, right? Or David, sorry, David, obviously, and then Crying Child, right? Or are we not saying Crying Child first? I remember also
David dies
VAR,
in
No,
87.
ignore me. Go on.
right? Because also when VAR said David, I heard unnamed go, and I was like, wait, what? I thought we all can. I thought
Ignore
I thought
me.
that was the
Go on.
one
I'll
thing
say
we could be like, yeah, for sure.
David's
I'll give
still
my
alive.
order in
That's the
mind.
big reveal.
Okay, fair. Okay, I'm excited for yours then. So David, Crying Child, which I don't know if we can agree on anymore. Okay, wait, David, Crying Child, then MCI, I want to say. Then Charlie, I want to say. Then then Elizabeth, and then DCI. It's a weird order, but it makes sense. I swear it makes sense if you like think it out. But yeah, David, Crying Child, MCI, Charlie, Elizabeth, DCI, and then everyone in Security Breach, because that counts to me too. Even though it's not
Man, you should make a timeline out of
William. I mostly I haven't done a timeline like in a year and a half because it is so much work and I do not miss it. And I've seen
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
I feel like I see you in the Discord a lot where you're like, so many not necessarily problems, but so many
Losing
things
my
to bring
mind.
up. Right. Like the minute you bring up something and there's 5 other things you have to take in consideration. So much, and I stay away from timelines
The
usually.
guards of the first few games.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who are all
I
the
stay away
guards?
from. I usually I keep nice distance from timelines unless I really want to talk about them. So yeah, there you go.
Well, I finally got an answer for the.
All but one named.
Oh boy, my turn.
Yep.
What is it? Fiona, David, Crying
forgot about
Child,
Fiona.
Charlie, MCI, DCI, Elizabeth.
Wait, we're counting adults too? Okay.
Right, yeah, okay, you never, okay,
Hold
wait.
on.
Then Fiona, okay.
Mrs.
Well,
Afton
every
first.
death. If we're going over every
Miss Afton
death.
first, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd say
if we're
Miss
going
Afton,
over every death,
Right, Fiona
that's what I
exists,
think
yeah.
it is.
I'll
Fiona,
say Fiona
David.
exists,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just think
Fiona,
it's crazy
David.
that he would kill Fiona as like his first in that sense.
I don't think he did, but
Oh.
that's just me. That's just me.
Oh.
Ignore me.
Wait, who's your first then? Who's your first that William killed?
Well, yeah, and I guess we should specify. Are we just going over deaths or like people William murdered? Because I'm covering all deaths.
Oh, okay, no,
like,
man, all deaths,
everyone
all deaths.
died.
Okay, wait, so you don't even think Fiona was killed by
Go
William?
for it.
Interesting.
At this point, no.
Really? What? Oh man.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've seen
No,
nothing
that's
that
fair.
like points me there. I'm not opposed to it,
Yeah.
but it's just like, as I've said to you before, like both, and I guess I'll say it here again in stream, like, William being a murderer before Charlie kind of minimizes her death and like the things like whatever he was going through that led up to that point, like such this big like line crossing moment, it kind of destroys that if he was already like a psycho murderer. Like, why is he so like why does this mean that like he just pissed about this? Like it would be a Tuesday for him, right? Like it just feels like it minimizes it if he was always, just a killer, right? Like it's to me, it's like this supposed to be like this line crossing. You finally went too far, sort of moment for him and his character, right? And again, that's just what I'm wondering if it wasn't just a legitimate accident, you know. And like same with the crying child, right? Like there didn't necessarily have to be, and there wasn't as far as we know, like because even the MCI stuff was kind of separate to their lives at that point, as far as we're aware.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah,
No,
I mean,
I
if
get it.
that was
Yeah,
already
no,
going to kind of be the
story-wise,
case
yeah.
with the crying child,
I guess
you know,
no.
that's just
Yeah, I agree, and I like the idea
as
in that
wild
sense
as it
where
is.
Charlie's like this huge moment, or like the first one should be huge, and Fiona doesn't. So I agree, and I get it.
Well, and like as a treat, like just to go over it again, if anyone wants to challenge me on that, I feel like I could explain it all pretty well at this point. If you want me to, that yeah, one last time, Fiona, crying child, or no, Fiona, David, crying child, Charlie, MCI, DCI, Elizabeth. I feel very confident about that order.
Okay. Oh, I just heard someone crack open a Red Bull. Hopefully.
A sparkling water.
Super jealous. Oh man, I was so
Doggone
wrong. I'm just been thinking of Red Bulls too much. My deep
God,
thoughts,
Red
guys.
Bull at this hour, God, my heart couldn't take it.
I would, yeah, but yeah, it's usually usually study time, so I would, but yeah, I'm staying away from them, which has been horrible.
Yeah, no, God, yeah, let your
sponsor me,
heart
Red Bull,
rest
please.
for the
That'd
winner.
be amazing.
But yeah, as wild as that is, like that, and I'm seriously so thankful to V for convincing me, even though he doesn't believe it at this point, wildly to me, but like that was the hardest part, was like putting Elizabeth's death last.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, it's like, because why would those animatronics exist and have killing capabilities if Elizabeth is before the MCI?
Oh my god, wait, can you guys hear me better now? Stream? I just realized that my mic was a bit lower. Hello? Oh my god. Whoops. I forgot that each time I like turn it on, I turn it up by like 2 intervals and the little, turning thing. I'm so sorry.
Hear it now.
Oh my god, that is so embarrassing. Wow. Hello, Amy. Wow, embarrassing. I like leaned down for, or like sat back for a second. I was like, oh my god, it's not at like the 7 lines it should be out of the 10. It's at 5, so I'm so sorry. Do I sound better? I turned it up a little bit, yeah. Oh man, that is rough.
That's so funny.
They all died after the MCI.
Okay, so for me, right, the ones that like I can interchange are Elizabeth, or no, Charlie, and then MCI, because I'm fine with Charlie being after or before. To me it's fine, but I just like the idea that the MCI was first. I don't know why. I just kind of always thought that. And then with like the DCI and Elizabeth being second to last, I think after. Wait, yeah, after she would possess, Circus Baby, and I think I got this from the Game Theory's timeline, or like that idea, which I know is a bit old in that sense because that was like 2 years now or something. I still like it, or it's something a lot of people say nowadays, or back then, honestly. But the idea where like after she possessed Circus Baby, he wants the rest of the fun times or something, and then that's what DCI would be. But it doesn't. I don't know. DCI to me, just in general, is weird.
And I have an explanation for both, but and again, I won't answer it because again, I'll save that for the theory. But I'll ask you a question that I kind of had to ask myself writing it.
Right.
And of course, like keep it between you, me, and like everyone watching stream right now.
Yes.
What is it? But why was the MCI necessary? Like, why did he do that? It's a weird question.
No, I
really
got you. I see 2 answers. One that for remnant experiments, or the other one simply out of, I don't know, emotional rage because a child died in that sense. I feel like the rage one seemed more likely back then, but now I lean towards remnant and kind of something like that he knew. But even then, it's hard to believe that, depending where you put MCI, if it's early in the timeline, that means he had to know for some time now.
And with whatever you lean on personally, just combine that with the realization that even in your opinion, apparently, you think no matter which order they died in, that before the MCI, Elizabeth and Crying Child died before that.
Before MCI?
Do you think that? Because I thought all of us did agree that was before.
Elizabeth before MCI.
No, the Crying Child and Charlie.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I could be fine with that. Yes.
Well, if that's the case, combine those two and explain that to me then.
Like, as in he.
Why is the MCI necessary if those two happen before? Is the basic question.
I'm a
You
popcorn
see, like
VAR.
when
You can
really
answer. Help
think
me
about
out.
it.
Oh no.
I mean, I've got an answer, but because
Right.
like, why didn't he just use them? Like, I really don't want to say more than that. He already has two souls right there.
Right.
Why
I
does he
don't want
need
to
to do the
say
MCI?
because it's a child, and the other one, it was purely out of revenge and not experiments for Henry and getting at him for whatever reason. That's the
Sure,
best I
and that
got. But
explains Charlie.
right,
What about the crying child?
it's his own child. I don't know. He can't do it.
I thought he
can't
didn't
do
care.
Will care. He does care in my interpretation to an extent. Hello, Cryptic Luca. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's just the fun. Like again, like I had to spend a lot of time thinking
Yeah.
about like,
Well,
like,
okay.
oh god, why is the MCI necessary if he's already got two souls in his back pocket?
Right. Okay, here's another one. How about this is just a possibility. I wonder if you considered this for your timeline, right? Since this is freshly in your mind. But that was a
Sure.
VAR question, right? But have you guys thought, like, what if? Okay, it sounds crazy, but what if William knew of Remnant since 1979, Day of Secret of the Mimic, because of Mimic stuffing the people in the suits, and then there being some possession there?
I think he learned about the paranormal back then. I don't know if he
Okay.
had enough to connect. I'm open to it. It's possible he knew about Remnant before then, but I more think that it was just a bare minimum he learned about the existence of the supernatural
Okay,
in
right, yeah, and I
79.
agree, yeah, I agree. I think there's no way he didn't see any of it, or there's no way he didn't find out about it, and I agree. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it was Remnant all the way, but for sure some paranormal, and I wonder if that, like, sparked his interest in that sense.
Or like brought it back to him with like subsequent events later. It's like, oh yeah, I
Right.
remember this is a thing.
Yeah, I remember that box jumping around. What if that was,
Well, because it's always been so weird in everyone else's timelines before to go from like, oh, my kids died and missing, and it's like, oh, I killed his, and like immediately, apparently, like, oh yes, I know about Remnant and like
Yeah.
immortality and souls, and like I can combine it and melt it down into Phasgoo, and like that. That's just a lot to like. Right, that's just a lot for William to know very quickly, and it just feels better for me to like there be a lead up, right? Because that's quite a leap in logic to make, right?
Right, no, yeah, I agree. Okay, well then, Var, I want to ask you this. Do you think, because I know a name doesn't think that William killed Fiona, but do you think William killed Fiona? Was it a fire by Edwin? Oh, thank you, Mio. Sent a gifted membership. Who got it? Cryptid Luca got
Very
it.
nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it a lot. It's good to see you in
Hey.
chat. Thank you. Hope Cryptic Luca enjoys it. So, yeah, what do you think, Var? Did William kill Fiona, or was it an accident by Edwin? Something else?
I like the headcanon that I have of that he does kill her, but
Okay.
I think it's just as likely that like the fire hazards are there, the fire starts, and it just is like another thing like taking over Murray's Manor, where it's not like he's directly hurting people, but
Okay.
he's kind of behind the scenes of it.
I just have this
So
terrible
like
feeling
I
that
think
something's
he's
gonna
still
go wrong.
involved because
Yeah,
I
it's a
feel
weird
like the
feeling.
terrible feeling she has is because of him. Like Edwin's dad already didn't like Fazbear, so it's like
Oh, okay.
Yup.
I don't know. I feel like there's something more there. There's something more to that story.
Yeah, Fall Fest.
But I do
Coming.
think William Afton is involved with it since he shows up in that Help
Yes,
1 and
that's what I
2
was
game.
gonna
Like to
say.
me,
And by
that's
the way, I finally have been able
very
to catch up on your videos because I'm done with school. Finally, I loved your Princess Quest one. I love it.
Wait,
I just want to
repeat
point
that?
this out. Actually, I just finished Var's 2 videos finally. I was behind on them. Still waiting on yours unnamed. No, I'm kidding. Everyone in chat, tell a name to hurry up again. I always do it every stream. Tell a name to hurry up.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I finally finished the hard part, which was
Perfect.
getting through FNAF 2 and FNAF 1. Good God, that took me
the
forever.
big
No, I'm telling you,
hurdles.
yes,
Now
that's why
I
I never. Oh, that's why timelines suck. Not suck, but they're so hard to do.
well, now it's relatively easy because now I've just got FNAF 1,
Mhm.
FNAF 3,
Yeah.
and what is it? Or wait, no. FNAF 1, Sister Location, FNAF 3, FNAF 6. Which it sounds like a lot, but again, compared to like getting like FNAF 1 and 2 done, and like what is it? Like, because I go like immediately after Secret of the Mimic is where I start the timeline, and you might say that's a cop out because it is, but at the same time, like, how many of us are like super confident on Secret of the Mimic right now? Like, which ending's canon?
Oh God. Secret
I mean,
ending. No,
You see,
wait.
like that's
Yeah.
like nobody agrees. We don't
Yeah.
know,
Not until we get that
right? Like,
DLC coming next year. Probably not.
right? Well, because I don't think we have enough info yet. I think
No,
that'll
I
pay
agree.
off later. So like, with me doing a
Right. No, yeah.
timeline now, I say like it's like where I started is like, oh, they're digging through the rubble of MCM, possibly after a fire, right? Like, who the hell knows?
Right, yeah.
But
I wonder like how your timeline's gonna change with just like one game or DLC that we get after. It's gonna be interesting in that sense, you know?
I mean, I'm hoping I can
everything
just
I
bolt
think will be
something onto the
changed
beginning.
again.
Right? No, I don't know. With me,
I'm
yeah,
really
like you said, the
hoping.
hardest parts are FNAF 1 and 2 and kind of those games, right? But then like after, I'm like, okay, I can now do
In
the easier
between them
ones.
all.
But then I feel so like limited because I'm like, oh wait, I already said this thing with FNAF 1 and it all needs to fit in this nice bow. And to me, it's so hard. Maybe I'm bad at making timelines. Probably, honestly, that's the
Well, no,
case.
like,
But I just
thankfully,
can't
like,
make it, fit together
that
perfectly.
doesn't bug me because I'm more than happy to be like, oh, we got a new piece of info. Okay, I'll cut
Right.
this out and staple this new thing in.
Now it's the secret
I'm
ending
hoping
and baby
with
mimic.
whatever we get with
Hello,
Secret of the
Hackster.
Mimic, I can just bolt that onto the front of the timeline in the future and not have to change much. I'm hoping. But like even if I have to in the future, that doesn't bother me. Like, and
Yeah,
ideally,
fair.
like I've mentioned this to V, but just in case I forgot, I'd like to mention it to you in the future.
Mhm.
I'd really like with you both to do like the second half of the timeline as a collab with us three,
Ooh, that'd be
where
fun.
we're
Be
Actually.
doing
so
like the
fun.
Steel Wool era of the
Media,
timeline.
yes, absolutely.
Um, because like that's more fun at least than like trying to figure out what's going on early on.
No, I think that'd be great. Yeah. Nice.
But yes, I'm sorry. I am working on. I'm through the hard parts. It's more just like
Yes, everyone
drudgery of like
tell my hurry,
writing,
please, in chat.
because I'm
Not so
also
fair,
kind of
yeah.
writing it like a story. It's not
Right,
just
no, and
like
I love the story aspect of it. I think because like it is a story after all, and that narrative aspect of it is always so cool. So I'm excited, very
I'm gonna be
excited.
really curious what you guys
Yes, I'm
think
telling
of
you,
how I
we'll
depict certain
100% do
characters.
that reacting stream, and it'll be fun.
Oh God!
So see once it's out there. But no, yeah, well,
Hopefully none of. I'll just do a slideshow. Don't expect big editing. Writing this thing is a monster.
No, that's so fair. Yeah, yeah. No, editing long videos is rough. But no, yeah, I finally caught up on Var's videos. Amazing, and I love the idea of
Yes.
Edwin being like the crazy guy in Security Breach who plays arcade games. I never considered that till now, and immediately I like stopped animating. I was like, "What? That is so cool." That was so cool. I just want to point that out. Love the video. Go check it out, guys. Um, I had to go somewhere with the videos. Some thought. Oh yes, and then yeah, again, you talked about like Help Wanted 2, that mini game, and like the scream you hear with Springtrap, which I also didn't know. I feel like I've seen that mini game a lot, and I played it also, but I don't remember hearing that scream for some reason. The one from Princess Quest, when you like when you're at the end and you like the glitch or whatever, right? So that was cool.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I wouldn't have remembered it either, except the first time I played it in VR, it scared the living crap out of me.
Right, I'm like,
I
how did I
never
miss a
forgot it
scream
after
like
that.
that? Yeah, because it's a yeah, scary scream. So I thought that was cool, and just yeah, for me, that entire mini game right there is really the honestly mainly the only evidence we have to say William did cause that fire because like Springtrap's the only thing standing, after the scream. Also, I like the idea, and again, it's also just a headcanon at this point, and I don't know how they would confirm it unless we got a Fall Fest game taking place in the exact year and time where that fire happened.
Truth.
Or they, just call back to it with a Fall Fest '83 and just allude to what happened.
I
Could
would be
be.
Yes,
okay with
just
that
give us
too.
something
Yeah,
Fall Fest.
yeah. Like some people say they
It
saw
all
like
comes
a
true.
yellow rabbit run off before the fire. Like I'd be fine with that. Like, oh, there it is. More than enough. And I'm immediately text unnamed and send him the clip.
Well, and I mean, even that I'd be fine with. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah.
like that could just be. I mean, who the hell even know? Like, who's to say that would even be William? Or even if it is, like, who's to say it's an intentional murder? He might have
Yeah.
just been trying to sabo the event and it killed her by accident. Like, who
Yeah,
that's
knows,
true.
right? We don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
at this point. There's so many directions you could go with it. Is kind of the
That's
pickle.
true. Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. And in essence, FNAF isn't really known for giving us a direct kind of answer quote, so who knows?
No.
I'm excited for the end, or because it was Security Breach, same thing. We had like so many endings, and it was really only between two of them, like which one was canon, and in Ruin we 100% found out. So I'm excited to see which route they take it. Hello, Rebs, your absolute favorite. Hello, sorry, I suck at reading names. I'm sorry if I mispronounce her name. Please never clip me. But I'm excited to see what ending, because I really hope it's a secret ending, but at the same time it's a fire. I also see them going with the normal ending. Please give me Fall Fest. Should we just talk about Fall Fest now? I feel like we're on the topic. Might as well.
It all comes back to Fall
All comes back
Fest.
to Fall Fest. Okay, so
You
yeah,
want
well,
to
yeah, I actually really want to talk about Fall because I love Fall Fest, and I'm sorry, we've already talked about it. We're gonna get back to it somehow. Only took an hour and 12, not too long. I feel like sometimes it's shorter, but
Why does Ernie exist?
Why does Carney exist?
that's a good
Yes.
question.
To make you suffer.
Right, because at that point he's definitely a rock star, but he's in Fall Fest. Uh, I couldn't tell you. Okay,
Well,
with
and
Fall Fest, right?
speaking
Sorry,
speaking
go
of
for it.
things that Scott is bringing up in the latest movie again with Faz
Oh,
Fest.
Fast Fest, yes. And I was like,
And
Carney? He brought up Carney? I was like, did I miss it? No, sorry. I was about to be so mad if I missed the Carney reference.
No,
But yes, Fast Fest.
that would have been wild.
Carney
But yeah, no.
cameo.
He just shows up. If he showed up, if Carney showed up, I'd be so I don't know what I'd
It'd be
say or
so
how I could
good.
theorize
Like you
for
just
that,
see him
right?
in the background of Faz Fest. That is kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm kind of sad we never got that. Damn. Yes, Glitch Girls brought it up. Fast Fest. That's a good point. There's
Well,
so
it's
many
because
ways you could
Carney's
tackle this. I don't know.
older.
Yeah, he's older. Exactly. I don't know. They're the two whole scenes of FNAF Fast Fest. That's true. Yeah, I thought we'd get more,
Like
but it's okay.
12 seconds of
Yeah,
screen
not
time.
yeah, I don't know.
I
I thought we'd
mean,
get a Fall Fest reference.
technically, isn't that more than we got at Henry? I mean, like,
Oh
not to be a
man,
little
yeah.
bitter, but
Wait.
No, you're
What
good.
if
You're right.
what if the next movie starts immediately after the second one ends? And like Faz Fest is this movie's equivalent of FNAF 3.
I would love that. I think that'd be so cool, like a haunted house carnival experience. Absolutely,
That'd be
that'd be
bizarre.
really cool.
that'd be an
One can
interesting transition.
wait. Right?
Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, people have pointed out like it kind of has to be because like the pickle is like I guess as weird of a branch off as it feels like, you have to ask the question of like, how do you think the reporter girl died? Like, did Charlie intentionally kill her, or was that just a
Oh,
byproduct of being possessed too long? Because if that's the case, Vanessa's possessed now,
and
and
Abby
if we
should have been
skip
dead
like 2
too.
years in the future, right? Like, she's probably dead by the time she gets depossessed, right?
Right.
Unless
So they
like
kind of
she's able to choose whether to kill someone or not.
maybe, but again, that's the pickle. We don't know.
I
Like,
Give
we don't know
life.
how the reporter
I
girl
think
died.
I think you do automatically die, and I think the way you don't die is if she gets forcefully taken out of you, like with the music box. So I think that's why Abby didn't die, because it wasn't Puppet leaving
Yes.
her, it was the music box. But then with Vanessa, I don't know how they'd find that out in the movie. They're like, oh, we need to
So
hurry
then
before she leaves or else she'll die, type of thing.
Vanessa dies.
Henry does it in
Mike has to
the
put
a
her
FNAF
back
6
together.
scene.
Oh, okay.
Then
Brings
he-
her to the bunker, perhaps. Finds
Well, not even,
Circus
or just like
Baby.
burns
Hmm.
everything and then just like plays the music
Yeah.
box, and then Vanessa is able to like leave and flee with Mike and everybody as like the place is burning, and the
Right.
puppet Charlie stays behind as everything burns. I can see that.
I could see that 100% as well. I like how we just transitioned the movie. Because it's important.
Well, I mean that's the latest Fall
Fast
Fest
Fest. Yeah, that's
mention.
true. No, yeah. I'm sorry. I just finished up this Help Wanted thing, and I have a whole section on Fall Fest, and it's pretty short in that sense, unfortunately. Sure, you can theorize as much as you want, but we have some references, sure, since Help, like the first Help Wanted game, but not much. It's bleak. It is bleak.
Well, but because of that, like the fact that there's been such a gap between now and then, but
Mhm.
he, again, like, of his own volition, Scott is bringing at least a Fall Fest analogy up again in the movie. That's
right.
something he didn't have to include in this.
Yeah, so
You know,
it's got to be something that's got to show up again, right? So yeah, I guess we'll ask that, right? How do we think we're gonna get Fall Fest, and what is Fall Fest gonna be about? And do we think it's gonna be a game, a DLC, and then what is it gonna be about? Who wants to go? I feel like we all have interesting and similar opinions.
I want to cook a bit. Someone else go.
Bar, you want to start?
It's going to be another vague mention, and that's it.
We love it though. Go for it.
No, that's what the next game will
Just
have as
gotta
far
be
as
a
Fall
vague-
Fest. We
Like,
get
oh yeah, you remember
we
the
get,
Fall
like, a
Fest of
picture of
'78?
somebody
That was a
there.
fun one.
Man, that would break my heart. Not again. No, yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, I know a name has to be the shoe if we don't get anything, but there's just no way. There's no way we don't get a DLC.
Yeah.
Or anything. No way, just because. I mean,
There's a 0% chance we've been getting hyped and teased this
Yeah.
thing since Help Wanted 1 when Scott
I'm
handed
just
over the
worried
reins to
'cause
Steel Wool.
they keep putting
And it
like
goes
little
nowhere.
snippets of it into
Right, yeah.
games. So I'm
Mhm.
like, is this all we're gonna get? Like we got some in Help Wanted, we got some in Help Wanted 2, and then we got like
Some security
figured
breach
out in
kinda
Secret of the Mimic that
threw in,
Fiona
yeah.
died there. So I was like, is that the full story? Is that all we get?
Right,
Right.
more intrigue, more hype, more speculation to go to nowhere.
No, yeah,
Is that how you write a story?
Exactly. I think it could be a DLC, sure, but I would love a mainline game because there's so
I
much you
prefer
could
a
do there.
full game. But
Right, yeah, I think
yeah,
that's if they want to, not make it like a security breach or abyss type of game, just do Help Wanted 3 and make the setting of that be Fall Fest. And like I kind of said earlier, I love the idea where you have the mask off and you're in like the modern time, but you take it off and you're brought back to different memories, because we know memories play a huge part in um this modern lore now. So you take the mask off and you can be put into mini games from 83. You find some lore 70 something where you can maybe witness Fiona's death at the very end of it, type of thing. And you see someone running off, or you just see it's an accident, whatever it is. I think if they don't want to do a mainline game, which it doesn't seem like they will, just because they're so focused with Abyss, probably, I think the best way to do it is just Hope Wanted 3, and then the setting of it just be Fall Fest. Even though we kind of had that with Dreadbear, but
I mean,
Get
for
them
all we
out the
know,
Mimic
Abyss could be Fall
tomatoes.
Fest.
right.
As wild as the different title would sound, like for all we know, Abyss could be Fall Fest.
That is a very good point. Yeah, I could see. I don't know if the whole game would be centered from Fall Fest, but I do think at least half of it. We save Cassie or whatever it is, and you escape, and then Cassie's like, "Why are all these people running around?" Oh, it's because Fall Fest is happening. We need to run and find the mimic. Boom. Other half of the game is Fall Fest.
Well, and even then, that assumes Abyss would pick up where Ruin left off. That we're going there. Like, we truly don't
Right.
know even at this point. Because, like, what's some of the music that's been teased by Riskin by now? Like, because I remember there were
Gracefully
some
into the
sister
Abyss.
location.
And yes, sister location.
Yeah.
3 of them, I think. Yeah.
And what was the other one? There were 2 others, I think.
For sister location?
No, like different songs that he's teased that are remixes of it for Abyss, but aren't sister location. What was the other game?
I think
Like those
it was-
remixes he did.
I
Does
think
anyone
it was
remember?
Princess Quest and sister location, I think.
So it might be Security Breach and Sister Location. I swear there was another early one. Excuse me, game, like
There
original
probably was.
game.
My
Let me
memory
see.
sucks.
Let me pull up a video made by
Because I know for sure Sister Location was one, but I swear there was another. And like those 2 games in particular were interesting to me at the time. I remember that. Because it's like, these games don't immediately strike me as having anything like similar to do with each other.
No, yeah, the
So
only
like, why
one-
is he calling
it
back
has Balora's theme, Help Wanted 2, Gracefully in the Abyss, Demolition Inevitable,
Help
and
Wanted
then
2?
2 songs from Sister Location. So 4 songs from Sister Location, and then just 1 from Help Wanted 2.
That is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Why Help Wanted 2, and why not a clean sweep of Sister Location remixes?
Right, yeah, it's just 1 from Gracefully in the Abyss, from Princess Quest, also specifically. Michael theme, by the way, I love that. What does that mean? Also, Mio brought up.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
Sorry, Bronze, did you check out the photos I sent you? Yes, it's about Cassidy and Connection Band. We'll talk about Cassidy probably eventually, but I did see him, don't worry. We'll talk Golden Freddy talk in a second, I'm sure. But for now, sorry, what were we going to say?
I forget. Like, yeah, it's just so odd. Like, why do you think, like, they would have he would include one remix of a FNAF 2 song, and why not just do a clean sweep of Sister Location if it's supposed to, like, just hint, like, oh, it's Cassie for the next game because she's kind of down in that location anywho's, right? Like,
Yeah.
why include one from FNAF 2 then? What's the point of it? Is it just random? Like, does that mean something?
I
What
think
happens in FNAF 2 that could be relevant here?
right. To me, I see either her dad having some role because obviously he was in that area, you know. And I also like the idea of something I haven't seen many people talk about, and something I just thought about not too long ago. But when you're, when you have the mask on, right, you're like in virtual reality, you know. But when you take it off, you're in the real world, and that's kind of the assumptions, right? Like even the mini games, like the mini game, the real world one takes place with like Roxy, for example. You know, you wear you give her the mask from Ruin, and that's how she gets it. You know, like that's the connection there, or just things like that. So then with Sister Location, we would almost assume that's also real world one, but obviously that doesn't make sense since you see fun times when they should be scraps or whatever it is. But I do like the idea. What if it was a real world because he could actually travel to Sister Location or that bunker down there, and that's the reason they're even included. Because if they wanted to make it clear that the real world
Hmm.
mini games without the masks on, they would have cut out Sister Location. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I think the fact that Sister Location is still there even with the mask off, I think it's saying that, oh, that was some real world mini game, however you want to look at it, right? And that either her dad will
Right.
have some role, even though he's probably in a staff bot. I think that's the connection of FNAF World 2, or it's just Princess Quest. But to me, that's weird because Princess Quest 4, we obviously defeated Glitchtrap for sure and freed Vanny. So that one to me, like, what role could Princess Quest play? Unless we take Var's
Do
route
you,
and it's Fiona, and that could totally have something there.
do you still have those songs pulled up?
Yes. Sorry, no, I'll pull them up real quick. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What specific song from FNAF 2 did he use? I've got an idea. I just want to see if I'm onto something.
It was Gracefully Into the Abyss, the Princess Quest one from Help 1 and 2.
There's a Princess Quest song in FNAF 2?
Sorry, no, Help 1 and 2. FNAF Help 1 and 2. Sorry, not FNAF 2.
Okay, I was
No,
really
sorry.
throwing me off with FNAF 2. So
No,
it's Help
sorry, FNAF
1 and
Help 1 and 2.
2.
Yeah, sorry. And then the other four are from Sister Location.
Okay, there goes that idea.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was throwing me off. I kept thinking FNAF 2, FNAF 2. Okay,
No,
Help
that would be
1 and
crazy. No,
2.
yeah, Help 1 and 2. Sorry. And then yeah, it's
So
Gracefully in
it's
the Prince.
and where does that one play? The one Help 1 and 2 song.
This.
Is that just for the Princess Quest game?
Yeah, it's just for the Princess Quest game when you yeah, just Princess Quest that
Yeah,
entire when you're in the mission. Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
use it
that
all the time
one.
in my videos. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Fire.
it's that specific song for the Princess Quest game, and then the rest are a bunch of Sister Location songs. Then
Exactly. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Interesting order. Yeah.
My original idea was going to be Mike, because that's kind of a loose thread from the Ruin ending that still hasn't really been addressed. Just follow one-syllable names instructions. Because I refuse to believe that it's a long enough cut to be a two-syllable or longer name.
Right. No, I agree. And why not just say someone like Vanessa? We know of her name. We know Vanny. We've been known since Up Wanted.
Vanny, too.
Exactly.
Henry, too. Mike's is one. I mean,
I think
maybe
Michael
me coping,
or Fiona, or maybe Fiona. Well,
Fiona,
yeah.
3.
Mike. Follow Mike's instructions.
Or even Freddy's, Fiona, right? Like,
yeah.
Mike. Just follow Mike's instruction. Just follow Fiona's instruction. Like, it gets a little, like, massively coping, but that's what who else could it be?
Yeah.
Who else could it be? Because it's definitely not even Freddy. Follow Vanessa, Vanny, Freddy, like, none of those
Fred's. Fred's would be such a random thing to say.
The Fred's instruction.
Fred's instruction. That's the whole time. I know. I mean, just this is kind of not what we're talking about, but I just really hope we see Freddy, Gregory, like their character models in Abyss and Vanessa. I hope they can help us out and we see them. Not just by name or not just like by call.
Right.
They gotta be there, please. I want to see Freddy's head. I want to carry him around in a duffel bag as we run from Greg or the Mimic. How fun would that be?
In VR.
Yes, exactly. Also, where is Secret of the Mimic VR?
I'm giving
Need
up
rid of the
soon.
Where
Mimic.
is it? Where is it alongside a secret ending?
And in that Princess Quest game in Help Wanted 2, that's the specific one where we're going to give over the glitchtrap plush to Old Man Consequences and finally kill him, right?
Yes, exactly.
So one of them is a callback to where we're destroying Glitchtrap.
Mhm.
One of them's Ballora's song.
Ballora
What are the
song.
sister location songs?
So Ballora's song,
Okay.
Mike's theme, and
Okay.
and then I think one of them plays an Ennard section and like The Office, and then I think both of them are from The Office sections. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can pull them up again. Where are
That's
you?
so fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Mike's theme makes sense if he's gonna show up for whatever reason, but Ballora and the other ones, I don't know. Let me see. Where are you?
And for the record, I'm even more confident Michael can come back if he was willing to do that for the movie.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be so sad if he doesn't show up. Oh, Vara's gonna be right back, I think.
Oh yeah.
FNAF Steel, what is it? Okay, sorry, I'm pulling it up now. Let's see.
Gotcha. Because like, just a kind of gap, I guess. Like, I'm wondering, like, if it is like, there's a destroying glitchtrap connection. There's a Mike connection. There's a Ballora connection who, I guess, tenuously has a connection to Miss Afton because like she's supposed to represent her apparently. Because like even her lines kind of allude to that. Like even like with all this new info we've gotten to the modern day, like is she still not a Miss Afton stand-in? Because like her whole lines in her song, like "Why do you hide inside your walls?" and then an empty like that feels like something she was complaining to William about, and like him just kind of like coping at one, like but I guess I'll put it in this endo for some reason. Like if that's not the case, then like what is she talking about?
Yeah.
You know, so maybe so we've got Mike, maybe Miss Afton, or at least an allusion to her.
Yeah.
That this is me just trying to draw a connection here.
Right, because
Part of me
okay,
thinks,
I found them here. Let's see if we can. So yeah, so
boy.
Ballora, Gracefully into the Abyss.
Yes.
Then we have Forbidden Nocturne. I'll play it right now a little bit on stream,
Ooh.
but I could also share it to Discord real quick. Let me see.
Ooh.
Just so you can hear it too. How do I share my screen? Oh, I have to go here. There you go. Share your screen. This one? Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You should be able to hear it now. Ready?
Okay.
And then stream should also be here. This is Forbidden Nocturne, the one that also plays.
There we go. Yes, this one. Okay.
So yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is, I think just in the theme, like in the main menu, I'm pretty sure the song plays. I think.
What did I miss?
Hello, Var, welcome. I'm
Going
sharing my
over the
screen.
music.
Yeah, so we're listening to the different songs from the songs that are being teased. Obviously, we all know Gracefully in the Abyss and Ballora's theme, and this is Forbidden Nocturne. Playing a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to remember
right where that one
where
plays.
this is in game. Yeah.
After that one, then we have Vento Black, and then after that is Michael's theme, and then Vento Black. Let's see, Vento Black. Vento Black is this one. Ooh. I think this one is in The Office. This one is, I think, one of The Office songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And FNAF has so much good music.
Yes, I love it. So yeah, there's those. And then yeah, that's it. So what do you guys think? What does it mean? Hello, Nero Raven, welcome. Security Breach 2025. Ooh, check out his new video. Welcome, Nero.
All these
Security Breach
callbacks.
2025. I like the date, but
to Sister Location and Help Wanted 2 specifically.
Yeah, Vento Black is the
And
secret office theme. Okay, I knew. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Like, why'd you go this way? Yeah, I started to kind of flash back to that, but
yeah.
we're
Also, wait, sorry, really quick. Nero is hosting a charity event tomorrow through the 21st, I'm pretty sure. Part of his OMN, so charity event. So check it out. Sorry, just thought I'd share that out there. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. I could put the link here real quick. Sorry, I just want to put that in because it's important. So everyone go check that out these next 3 days. But sorry, go for it. Keep cooking. Keep cooking.
Yeah, callbacks to Sister Location and Help Wanted 2. There's no like inflection points specifically that like Ballora specifically gets a song remixed.
Right, yeah,
Mike
Ballora,
gets
Ballora specifically.
And then I guess just office sections specific, like none in particular. Like if we could find where each of them was, like I'm trying to like find like commonalities or connections here because what's really fascinating to me is the one he remixed from Help Wanted 2, and he only did one, and it's specifically from Princess Quest where you're destroying Glitchtrap. That is very interesting to me.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting pick from them, and I don't know how to take them. I mean, you can honestly find some explanation for most of them, but Ballora.
Well, and that like this hype for the next game is like drawing a direct connection between an original Scott game and a modern Steel Wool game.
Yeah. Let's see, wasn't FNAF World the Dusting Fields OST also one of the music tracks Leon Riskin posted? Really? I'm a little behind on his teaser, so that could be possible.
Yeah, we might if he's done more. That's very interesting.
Right, let me see. Man, let's log in this scary place.
Hello, phone guy. Thank you for hopping in.
Phone guy's in the chat. Oh, he's here, yo.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. I've got a lot to say about you in the timeline.
Bavaria, how would you take these songs? What do you think? I mean, any thoughts?
Oh, it's leading up to something.
Oh, base 100%, please.
And I think I know, but I can't say yet.
Ooh, new theory.
Boy.
Is this the one you're editing?
It's the one I'm editing after this one.
Okay, cool.
Now you know how I feel.
And then it will all come together.
Okay, so the last one I found from Leon is the Forbidden Nocturne, and he said, "Raise your hand if you cranked up the volume at like 18 seconds." That's interesting. It cuts. I don't know if you guys can hear. Ice
yeah.
Age. Ice Age. The FNAF Ice
Age. So what? That was.
But here, well, yeah, this is interesting because let me play. Yeah, this is. I'll share my screen. Can you guys still see my screen, by the way?
Let me double check.
I'm on X right now or Twitter.
Yeah.
Still formerly known. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is. I'll play it right now for stream as
use
well.
Headphones, lock the doors, trust
use
no
headphones,
one.
lock the doors, trust no one, and then listen to 18 seconds really quick. Check this out. Sorry. Oops, sorry. Ready, here it is. It just randomly cuts off and gets quieter. Interesting. What do you guys think of that?
Really would have to listen to that. That is fascinating.
Trying to find the one Glitchinger was talking about.
You know, if we were real theorists,
I'm sorry. I didn't know how loud it was.
If we were real theorists, we'd put that through a spectrograph. Maybe it's me just being paranoid, but
no, we totally could. Wait, I'm trying to find the FNAF World that Dusting Fields. Let's see, where are you, Dusting Fields?
Can you not like go to his like channel or whatever, or page or whatever it is?
I think this is where he's been posting them all, right, on his X page, on his Twitter.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is like his
this is like his
timeline.
Like, yeah.
Okay. And you're going in order, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm trying to find.
Wait.
Because some of these are obviously just like some music. Oh wait, this was FNAF. Let's see.
Right.
Oops. God, I suck.
It was a nice with those. 250,000 views.
The music creates its own path. Oh yes, actually, yeah, I don't know. And then like there's like secret text in the eyes or something. I remember. Chat can't see it. I'm sorry. Because I don't have my screen, I think.
This would be such an interesting way to hype the new game, I will say that.
So yeah, he has a couple, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Vento Black again. And then he has, is this FNAF? Oops, sorry if that's
Nah.
Because, I mean, look, this one says hashtag Michael, beware of smoking cyclist, 8-bit, 16-bit.
That's
I swear I saw
interesting.
someone dissecting those things with Michael.
Yeah,
You know,
what
I'm
else
gonna
could
share my
that
screen.
be?
I'm just embarrassed to share my screen with Stream because I have activate Windows. I just, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to spend $100, chat. To activate it. Here we go. Okay, chat should be able to see it now. Here's my screen. My little screen. I'll try to make it bigger. Here we go. Okay, so yes, right now we're looking at Leon Riskin. Ignore the activate. You know what, VAR? I'm gonna use it to cover it. VAR is gonna cover my activate Windows sign. There you go. Okay, so yes, here we are. We're looking at his Twitter page. So what we just looked at really quick was this soundtrack. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but here there are like secret text inside of the eyes, and in the mouth. I forgot what the text deciphered, right? So there's this one, and then down here it says hashtag Michael, and then beware of smoking cyclists, I think, and this is what it sounds like. Favorite animatronic
Audio
robot.
hashtag Michael.
Yeah.
Beware of smoking cyclists.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let it play for a second.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Get caught.
That reminded me of some. Where do I remember this from?
Me too, right? Is this not a minigame sound?
Hang on.
Smashing Machine, it's not. Midnight Motorist?
Yeah, I'm getting Midnight Motorist vibes.
Same. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Interesting.
That is
That's cool.
very interesting.
And then, yeah, again, Vento Black.
Game music, yeah, specifically the last little hashtag said game music.
Interesting. Yeah, game music. And then Vento Black, and then here he has Forbidden Nocturne again. And then here's just Duel. And then Forbidden Nocturne one more time. And then look, what are these numbers? 104, 97, 115, 104, 116, 97, 103.
To check the comments on that.
Yeah, let's check. The hashtags are Unicode letters for a hashtag? Oh, bro. Okay, I thought it was gonna be Michael Afton or something. Okay. He knew we were all immediately gonna be looking at it. He is so funny for that.
1,000,000% that's from Scott. Thank you, Scott.
So funny for that, yes. Okay, I see you.
That's so funny.
I see you, okay. Upon the silent sea swept the land, the dreams of nightfall soft and gray, the waves fade on the jeweled sand like some lost hope of yesterday.
I remember Game Theory went over that one, if I remember right. Okay. I forget what all they went over, but like it's so like he's quite clearly teasing the next game, and it's fascinating to me that like Scott is choosing to hype it through him.
Right, and this is more Demolition Inevitable. Draft 1. These low, distant impacts you can hear in the background are actually created by an old piano system pedal, filtered and amplified.
I'm coming to find you.
I thought that was actually from the video.
I'm going to come find you.
And then Dark Springtrap comes out.
Yeah, because like,
ooh.
I will say I've got an explanation for Sister Location, but
I love this part here. This part is so cool. Oh,
Michael is help be confirmed.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm just worried no one's gonna like it.
Don't copyright me, Leon, please. I don't think so.
Yeah, we're reacting, I guess. does sound very nice.
Right? Dang, so that's how. Oh, but it just plays a little bit longer. And then we have, again, he says, today, just hashtags, nothing more, ellipses, simply little blue words. And then this was his teaser to it, and he released it.
Huh.
And then 136, I'm assuming also. Oh, this is cool. Analyzing gracefully into the abyss. I've learned a lot.
Taking
Game's got a lot of
notes
some
here.
content.
Got a lot of awesome. Thank you, Leon. Very cool.
That's cool.
He's taking notes on it.
Elevators can't be trusted. Take the, and then this is where kind of I've talked in videos because this is more recent. Take these stairs, and then Betty Lou Oliver is spelled in the hashtags, and she survives the elevator. She has the world record for surviving the
Crash.
elevator fall crash.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
GT
And then
whenever
from
that
here
too.
we've also discussed. And then the poem.
What's his latest?
Latest one we've had was maybe the cyclist one. No. Is it that one? I swear there's another one that had FNAF in it. I think that one might be it. Let me see.
I'd want to make sure.
Right? Yes, I think it was that one. Okay. It was right here. Him just retweeting. Raise your hand. Yeah, and then from October 10th.
Volume at 18th, and this one, the Forbidden Nocturne, is the latest he's put out.
Yes, exactly.
But he originally posted that on the 10th of October.
10th. Yeah, if not counting this one, like just original, or once he's posted, I think it would be the cyclist one.
They were all like early October, so he just did like
November
a
7th.
string.
Yeah, this was a string, and this was until mid-November, and then from there we haven't gotten anything, and it's now mid-December. So it's interesting. Maybe.
Interesting.
Right? Are we getting a teaser? Is that one?
I mean, I'm still thinking there's a non-zero chance we get a teaser before the end of the year.
I really hope so as well. I'm trying to think. Does anyone know if there's like a PlayStation event or something that's
I mean,
that's coming
at this
out?
point, I think FNAF's big enough that he could just like drop it literally anywhere, and it wouldn't matter.
Okay, there you go. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because it's lagging. I'm sorry. But if there's anything else, I will of course share it again. So yeah. Did you already go past Frozen Time? I think I did.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry, I'm back. I don't know if I left or something.
You sure did.
I didn't think I like clicked the button. I didn't think it disconnected from the call. I thought it just stopped sharing my screen. But
yeah, I was like, I immediately knew what you do. I was like,
right?
That's funny.
I just left. Wow, interesting. Any other thoughts with Abyss before we move on to another topic?
Sister Location 10th anniversary next year.
Ooh.
Any other questions?
Cool. That could be really good.
Abyss. I'll repeat what I said about the Fall Fest speculation in that, like, I will be disappointed in a way if we go straight back to, like, Ruin 2, basically, because, like, they've had the perfect chance to cover this Fall Fest stuff, and even if they don't, or they do eventually,
right.
Like, how jarring is that going to be? We're going back in time and then to the one end of the timeline and then forward to the opposite latest end of the timeline. And then we're going to have to go back to, like, near the beginning of the timeline again in the future. And then we go back to all the way in the future. It's like back and forth and back and forth. And it's like, that's such whiplash storytelling, right? Like,
yeah. Well, in that sense, like, one was plenty enough of going back in that sense. Even though I'd like to go back more. Well, just because I think it's cool, but
right, it's like you would do it while you're still back there, right? We would do another game in the past and then go forward, right? Like, even Star Wars, right? Like, at least George Lucas did it in arcs, right? How sure, like the first movies that came out, they were like later in the timeline, but they're all in like a 3-movie arc, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not going like back and forth and back and forth like that.
The 3 arcs all had their own like chronological period, you know?
Right. Like, imagine how jarring that would be in the movies if he went from, like, 4 to 1 to 5 to 2 to 3 to 6. Like, God, like, trying to tell a story like that. I'm worried that's what they're going to do here, and I hope they don't, but, like...
Yeah,
I really hope we get something Fall Fest before Abyss comes out, or like it's connected to it or something.
Right,
'cause,
or
like,
just that Abyss simply is Fall Fest somehow. I don't know how, but I hope it is.
right. Either that, or we're getting Whiplash, or they're never bringing up Fall Fest, which none of those are great options in my
No, not at all.
opinion.
No.
Ugh.
All right, I guess we'll move on to the
And
next
I
one.
guess
Is
that's
there
kind of
any
my feeling. Like,
specific? Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Before, just any topic you guys want to discuss next? Any?
Oh, were you? That was a question. Okay,
Yeah, that
my
was a
bad.
question. Yeah, no.
Phrase that. Anything we want to go? I wrote down one thing in the chat that I wanted your take on.
Ooh.
Where
Borrow, so if
was
you
it
have anything, just
here?
please go for it.
Don't do that.
Where is it? Oh yeah, here's where VRAR mentioned it. I wanted your take, Bronze, on this specifically. We were going
Okay.
back and forth
Welcome back,
generally on whether Henry was a part of FNAF 3, and if so, why didn't
Oh.
he just burn Springtrap in the hidden room if he knew about it? I have an answer for
Interesting.
that.
Right.
V and I were going back and forth about that. What's
Did
your
you guys
take on
have the
that?
same answer? Or were you guys kind of just...
No.
Ooh, Var, what's
We
your answer
actually
before I
had
give my
an
answer?
agreement.
What's
Not at
yours,
all.
Var?
Give me a sec. I'm chewing a pretzel.
You're good.
I mean,
That's a
while
good
he's doing
question, though.
that,
No, yeah, it's so interesting.
I could explain my part
No,
in
yeah, go
that.
for it, yeah.
To me,
Okay.
right, this like first got brought up because like I thought, or I am of the thinking, I should specify, that Henry was like active in doing things before we thought he was, right? Because it's always struck me and everyone else as odd that like apparently like after FNAF 1, Henry just kind of plops down on the couch for 30 years and does nothing.
30 years,
Right.
yeah.
Which has always been so annoying, but like I explain it to me as like because like what is it in that call at the end of
FNAF 2?
God, what is it? No, it's in the games. Hang on. The one
Mhm.
where phone guy's talking about all the safe rooms are being closed, like they're
Oh,
going to be
right.
sealed. If you left your crap in there, sucks to be you, right? Whatever that one was from.
Yeah.
I forget which game, but I know that's like one of the Isn't that like at the tail end canonically? Like I think it pops up in FNAF 2 or no, it pops up in FNAF 3, but it was recorded
It
at
was
the
like an
end of
old...
FNAF 1,
Right, yeah.
right before Freddy's finally closed for good. Well,
Yes.
30 years. And I specify that as like that's Henry, and it seems to pretty clearly be Henry doing that to seal William in there so no one finds him and his body.
Right.
To me, like that is explained by like Henry knows he's going to be possessed and he's kind of like sealing him in there to trap him in there. Which also, mind you, like if William is awake during that time, mind you, he's like sealed in a room for 30 years. Right, where like because assumedly, right, like he's not possessing the thing yet. He's like actively like dying, I guess you would say, as I guess Henry himself is like laying the brick to the room. So that would also drive him bonkers, but what is it? Like my take was like if that is the case, then Henry obviously knew what was in there. Henry knew he was in there and he knew he would also be possessing that thing, right? So, to me, right, like VRAR brought up the question of like, if that is all the case, why did he even need to get Phone Dude to get them out? Because I am of the opinion, excuse me, that Henry gave a license specifically to Phone Dude to be able to use the Fazbear IP to use it in Fazbear Frights.
Right.
Because again, the most litigious company we've ever seen seems to be like Fazbear in this universe, right? They're kind of like the poster boy for like frivolous lawsuits, right?
Yeah.
So like if Phone Dude was like blatantly ripping off their IPs, I'm pretty confident that Fazbear would take them to court over it. Again, backed up by like them immediately trying to do that with Arnold, right?
Yeah. And I think also look at FNAF 2, the movie, where in terms of like it's probably Michael, like someone who is close related to Fazbear, kind of in charge of the haunted house, being Henry with the games, you know?
Right. Well, and from that point as well, because again, Fazbear, the corporation, hasn't closed at this point, so it's still a shareholder company. And if William's out of the picture, then the other majority shareholder would be Henry at this point. Like,
Yes.
even if Miss Afton got his half of the shares, she might not just be involved at this point, or just like, or Henry convinces her, or whatever, right? In any case, Henry would have like the clout basically to like push that through. Is my take of like, oh yeah, sure, let's give these guys a license. And like V's problem was like, okay, assuming that's the case, and that all happens that way, why didn't Henry just burn the building down?
If he knew
Like
Springtrap
if
was
he,
there, right?
yeah, if he wanted, if maybe he was getting old or whatever, and he wanted to make sure William was gone, why didn't he just burn the building down? If he already trapped him there, like what was the point of having these guys like dig him out? Like give them the license and knowingly tell them about this place. Because again, in that phone call in FNAF 3, Phone Dude specifically mentions, what is it? One of the founders told them specifically about that, the safe rooms back there. So that is, in my mind, is 100% Henry telling Phone Dude about the safe room where he hid Springtrap, knowing they would find him. So that's clear to me, but like, right? So,
Except they
but
just
the problem,
say that it was some guy that helped work on
the building. But who else would that be? Because even Edwin would be out of the picture by this point.
No, yeah, I
And
want to
unless
hear
you
your
think
thoughts,
like
Var,
Mr.
now, since I know you kind of have different opinions, so.
But like my thing is like the one thing I've been able to think of is like it is notable to me that who is the other real life physical character that is possessed that we do in fact see in FNAF 3? Remind me. There's William. There's one. Who's the other one?
Or animatronic?
Animatronic.
That's possessed? I want to say the puppet?
Yes. Yep. Isn't that interesting? The only other possessed character we see in that game is the puppet.
Right.
Who has significance with Henry. And maybe this is me reaching, but like maybe he didn't know where she was.
Right. Wait,
Maybe she was gone from the FNAF 2 location.
Yeah. Are we saying like the puppet, like the actual animatronic, is in the FNAF 3 location?
Well, yeah. If you specifically remember, in that one room she stands in, like there's a reflection of water, or like from the floor.
Yeah.
So she is physical. She's actually there. She is real. She's not a hallucination.
Okay. So then, what do you think of the fire then? Like that also didn't free her, or she escaped by then, or?
Well, that's kind of the pickle, right? Like I would wonder, like if he didn't know where she was, like because like that is a big question I've got to hurdle. Is like why didn't he just burn it if he wanted to be rid of William? Well, maybe he was worried Charlotte was in there, and he already like kind of tentatively knew fire had something to do with letting a soul move on. And then if he did that, Charlotte would move on, and he truly couldn't save her. Like who knows? Like I'm trying to explain away, because like you are right, VRAR, in questioning like why didn't he just burn the stinking building down? But outright in the games, we're shown he didn't do that. It's just explaining why is kind of the hard part. You're right. The only thing I could think of like why he wouldn't just burn William in that building, stuck in that room still at that point, would be like, what if he was worried she was in there with him? And burning him would burn her. Because like
he does that in 6 too, so why would that be a
motive? Because by that point, like he's ready to have her move on. Like he realizes the juice isn't worth the squeeze of like, well, or maybe he didn't even fully know like what it takes to like bring a soul back or have immortality, right? That it does take another soul to do it, right? And he's like, yeah, no, like let's all just move on. That's not worth it. could be my way of explaining that, but like, you are right in calling out that this is odd, but it's like but at the same time, it seems to pretty clearly be what he's doing, right? Because he doesn't just burn the building down. Now, notably, he does for FNAF 3, right? And that's what first got me onto this theory, is like, why didn't the fire work in FNAF 3, but apparently did in FNAF 6? That I beat my head against a wall for so long trying to come up with an answer with, and that's what eventually got me towards Shatter William, but, you know, I'll have to explain that in the future, but, like, the only thing I could explain is, like, firstly analyzing the question of where do we think William was locked in? Like, what safe room of what building was he trapped in? Was it the FNAF 2 location, the FNAF 1 location?
FNAF
Where was
1? FNAF 1, some secret room, I think.
Secret room of FNAF 1?
Yes, I think.
V, you agree?
I think so, but then how does the puppet get there?
That's kind of the pickle, isn't it?
Then FNAF 2 makes more sense, but I don't know. I always thought it was FNAF 1.
Well, and if it's not the FNAF 1 location, then how do they find the security puppet to put it in the FNAF 3 building, apparently, unless she just kind of, like, walked her way there herself, I guess. It could be.
Ghost.
A ghost.
Maybe, ghost and again, that's kind of the pickle. We don't know. And that's just what I'm wondering out loud. What if Henry didn't either? What if Henry hadn't seen the thing in years by the time he's sealing William in that safe room? And he's like, crap, is she in there? I don't remember. Was she in the safe room when I was locking him up? I don't remember. And, like, if at that point he's, like, not under 100% understanding how all this process works, like, obviously he knows enough to, like, the general things of what's gone on here, and that, you know, William, like, a cause of a lot of this, but, like, if he was worried that it might destroy his daughter too, right? Like, I could see some hesitancy there. But at the same time, like, wouldn't he, like, still want to open it just right then to, like, grab her out? Like, unless he was possessed by that. Like, I don't know. That's kind of the hard part to explain. Like, why didn't, even if I'm wrong and V's right, then the question becomes, why didn't Henry just burn the building down? He owned it. He was the only one who really knew or would care at that point. He could easily have gotten away with it. So, like, why not burn the building, destroy William, and be done with it? And FNAF 6 isn't necessary. Well, it is still at that point, but it's easier, I guess, with William already dealt with. That's kind of the problem, right?
Yeah. And just in general, like,
why does he
like, the fire, why does it not work? Because it's not like he escaped. Because we definitely saw him.
Yeah, he was actually burned.
Right, like in the newspaper.
He pops out in that ending little.
Exactly. Yep. So he
and just cuts into the game. And yeah, he was still in the building.
Right.
As he said, so, I'm gonna lock in, and I always come back.
Just not the second fire. Only one I can survive.
I mean, I've got an explanation. I've got an explanation for it, but it kind of completely rewrites how we think, like, moving on and spirits and souls work in this universe. I don't know if everybody's ready. I'm preparing myself for a lot of flack, but I've got an answer. I don't know if people will like it, but it makes sense to me, at least, of, like, I'll just say, like, it's a choice.
Okay. A choice, really?
That's all I'm going to say. It is a choice. In the right context.
Right.
It's very... I'll just let you guys simmer with that. That, like, it has to do with fires, and there is a choice involved.
Okay.
Because, like, there's literally no other way to explain, like, oh, why didn't it work in FNAF 3, but it apparently did in FNAF 6, or at least enough for the vengeful spirit to grab a hold of his ethereal soul or whatever. Well, and even then, like, why didn't the vengeful spirit just, even if, like, William's soul did, like, go to the ethereal whatever in 3 during the fire and just decided to go right back, well, why didn't the vengeful spirit just grab him right there, right?
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of problems on problems, and again,
Right.
like trust me, I've
Wait,
had
this
to
is
think of all of this.
a little random, right? Just because you talk about
Hmm.
Veggie Spirit getting him there. In FNAF 3, right? Like that Freddy animatronic we see to the left, like that small Easter egg. Do we think it's Shadow Freddy or Golden Freddy?
An excellent question.
Could be either. As
Okay.
annoying as that is,
Right. Okay.
I would need to see it again.
I can pull it up real
There's
quick.
there's a
Just to get
non-zero
chat's
chance that
thought.
is Golden Freddy.
I personally hope it's Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy.
Was accidental, wasn't? Do we know for sure if it was? I mean, like, if not, that what a massive coincidence that like this repeated theme of fires throughout the continuity it just happens at this location. William's kind of bringing William and like bringing all these old mementos
It's on
together
Steam,
in
by the
one
way.
building.
This is FNAF 3 Golden
To be
Freddy.
fair,
Or
the secret
Shadow.
of the mimic fire is an accident.
That's true.
What's that?
The secret of Mimic Fire is an accident?
Yeah, it's like the machine sparks, and then that's what catches everything ablaze.
Yep. Oh yeah, in that fire, but not in FNAF 3. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That looks
My name is Edwin. Can you like here? Maybe full
in
screen.
essence,
Let's
it could
see.
just be like a destroyed Golden Freddy, you know? Let me see. I'll
Which
save
said
the
the
image real
file
quick.
for it is called Shadow Freddy.
Really? Dang it, Glitch.
That's as frustrating as it could
Dang
legit
it.
be either. Like as maddening as
The
that
ban
is,
Glitch.
like because
Ban
it
from the
kind of
chat. No, I'm kidding.
it kind of looks like Golden Freddy,
If you
but at the
color
same
correct the
time,
image, the Freddy turns purple. Interesting. Okay. Never mind then. Damn.
apparently
Shadow
the
Freddy is
files.
the result of Golden Freddy being misused. Boom, I've solved everything.
There you go.
Well, and I guess that's also a question of like how seriously do we take file names? Because at the same time, well, and granted,
Cassidy.
this was in the Cassidy doors, but granted, that's when Steel Wool took over, so who knows? Like this is from Scott
If
himself.
that was corrected. If it's not corrected, then it's not an issue,
Right, yeah.
right?
Do we know if it's still Shadow Freddy like now? I'm assuming it is, right? Did you know
Does
Phantom
Shadow
Freddy is
Bonnie
called
show up?
Golden Freddy in the files?
Wait, what?
Glitch, you are blowing my mind right now. What? What?
Can-
I
yeah,
did not
can-
know
Wait,
that.
hold
we
on.
get,
How
like-
many Freddys appear in FNAF 3? I haven't played it in like forever. I gotta
Oh
play it
god, me
again.
neither. Should we play it right now?
Yeah, because both Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie show up at some point, right? With those little like scenes and where you get jump scared.
That's too loud for my ears, so I haven't played it in forever. But I'm gonna make myself play it.
Oh
just
yeah, because wait, okay, so it's Golden or Shadow Freddy the side, Phantom Freddy, and that's it, right?
The files call it Crumpled Freddy Suit. How like beautifully non-specific.
Huh. No, I don't know then.
Crumpled Freddy Suit, like
Right,
it
'cause it is weird
could
we don't see
be.
like Golden Freddy at all. That makes me sad.
Never heard that, Glenn. Called Golden Freddy in the file. Like
What
maybe
the-
I'm gonna have to pull it up because I'm pretty sure I've got. Do I have FNAF 3
Sorry, I didn't know I could
downloaded?
play a video game on Discord.
I
What
just
is
heard a
this?
funny sound. I'm like, what happened?
What is
Yes.
this?
He's gaming.
Gaming to the side, guys. How do I? What is this? Why is it so pixely? How do I exit this? I'm so sorry. I'm about to get copyrighted for this music. Leave me alone. What is it? Poxel.io? Help! Oh god.
You get-
I'm like
God.
such an old man. I can't control Discord right now. Oh, I'm playing. What?
Bronze
I'm
Films
so
is
sorry.
playing
Playing
Poxel.io.
Poxel.io on the side, guys. I can't exit it.
Excellent.
Alright, let's do some missions, I guess. I don't know how to... I can't exit this.
I last
there you go,
played
I got it,
FNAF
sorry.
3 on March 6, 2015.
2015?
Yep.
Oh man, that's so far. I haven't
Good
played FNAF 3 in so long either. Crumple the
Good
Freddy suit is what it's
God.
called in the guidebook. I swear on my life it says Shadow Freddy in the FNAF 3 files. Ah, the guidebook, my bad. I've been infected by the books.
Everyone has
Wait,
a
so is
different answer.
Phantom Freddy still Golden Freddy though? Can someone check that out?
I'm
I don't
about to
know.
re-download this game.
Right, I have to buy it. I don't have it on
Start
Steam.
digging
I only have
through
it
the
on my
files.
phone.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna install it right now.
All right, yeah, check the files for us.
It's 111 yeah, it's only 100 megabytes. Thank
That's
God, I'll do
crazy.
it.
Comparing it now to the security breach, well, like 40 gigs? Insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, does anyone know for sure until we try to check it if it's Golden Freddy like for Phantom Freddy? Because that's I found super interesting.
Let's see. Properties.
So there's the
install
Freddy
files.
Phantom, there's a Chica, there's Balloon Boy,
Yeah, here I'll pull them
there's
up real quick. FNAF 3.
Oxy, there's a puppet one too, and then isn't there a Mangle one as well? Yeah, I know there's a Mangle.
Well, yeah, this is interesting, right?
It's
Okay,
a
so we
really
have
interesting cast
yes, no,
too.
yeah, yes, exactly. So we have FNAF 2 Balloon Boy, FNAF 2 Withered Freddy, FNAF 2 Mangle, FNAF 2 Withered Freddy, FNAF 2 Puppet, FNAF 1 Chica. Interesting.
Glitch, I literally never think about the Phantoms because they've like never ever been talked about again or
Yes,
shown
that's
or
true.
anything, so I haven't
Did
noticed
none of
that.
you ever notice that Phantom Freddy's missing an ear, which is the design of Golden Freddy? That's true. That is true, man. Okay, well, okay, but so we have FNAF 1 Freddy or Chica, right? But in FNAF Help Wanted, we have FNAF 1 Freddy as Phantom Freddy. Is that Scott correcting the mistake? I don't know.
Oh, excellent. Literally just the Steam files is just the exe. Like, can I not dig through this?
But isn't Golden Freddy and Ultimate Custom Night still have like all of its ears?
Right, in Ultimate, yeah, in Ultimate Custom Night, it's FNAF 1 Freddy, FNAF 1 Golden Freddy, sorry. Wait, no, because it's both Freddys. No, they have both Golden Freddys, no? And then, like, Fredbear, that ending. No, wait, okay, wait. In Ultimate Custom Night, there's FNAF 1 Golden Freddy, FNAF 2 Golden Freddy, Fredbear when
Yeah,
he
but like
dies to the jump scare.
in that ending though,
And
where
then
it's
the
like
ending
still
is FNAF
holding.
1 Freddy, yeah.
Okay.
There's three Freddys there, I guess. I wonder why the
Yeah, I
ending
really
didn't
need
just
to
use the
look into
purple
the
hat
Phantoms
Freddy.
again.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna collab on a theory now, guys, for Phantoms.
That'd
Oh
be
boy.
sick.
But we do need
Because
to
there's
collab though
so
for
much
sure.
there. It's like it really is an overlooked topic, but like
Right? And yeah. That's
I wonder
Phantoms. Maybe FNAF 3, but even then they'll probably just give us some like vague answer that they're just,
my brain is churning.
Huh. Phantoms, what are you? But yeah, it's weird because in FNAF 1 we have FNAF 1 Freddy, and I always found that so weird.
Yeah, it's just the cast of characters for the Phantoms
Makes
is
no
really
sense. If it
weird.
was all FNAF 2, then fine, but why are they burnt? Like the designs, why are they burnt in that sense? Are they burnt or is it like,
And if they are burned, why?
Yeah, because at this point we haven't seen
Yeah,
any
like
fire
what
yet,
is a
supposedly.
Phantom?
Right, and then why are they an illusion? Is it the spirit? Like, and why are they representing themselves as that? And Balloon Boy, why Balloon Boy? As far as we know, he isn't really possessed.
Why can't we get more Balloon Boy lore? I'm so sick of not having it.
And FNAF movie didn't help at all, by the way.
No, it
As we
didn't.
know.
It's like
As we
the
all
real
know
reason
now,
I
the
took
FNAF
half a
movie,
star
yeah.
off.
Okay, so you can't dig through the files. Like, I don't
Right,
know
don't
how
you
to
need
do
some,
it.
like, unlocker or something? That's why I can't. Yeah, I'm not good at looking through the files.
Okay, that's massively annoying. Might be Golden Freddy, might not be. We don't know. There might be a shadow. We don't get to know the name. I guess everybody's got a different opinion on what
The
it's actually
Phantoms
called in
connect
the
to the
files.
DCI somehow.
I'd be fine with
No.
that. I like this though. I like this by Blue Star Moon.
Just no.
Blue Star Green Moon. Sorry, I said that wrong. Yeah, I made a theory that the Phantoms are related to the characters that we play as in the minigames. LOL. Interesting,
It makes sense.
right? Because yeah,
Isn't it
no,
odd?
it's weird layout.
It's a
Weird.
purple Freddy that leads them
It
in
is.
Follow Me,
It's a
isn't
real
it?
suit. That's why the mimics inside. By the way,
The mimic.
just saying, mimics
Um,
inside of Shadow Freddy.
The mimics inside everything.
Real. That was the box. He was in the box.
Jennifer doesn't typically appear when William is around,
M1 program.
except in the movie, apparently. I don't know how much that worked, but I just thought I'd point that out because the only time we saw one of the shadows in the movie, as far as I'm aware, is when Mike was there alone.
Because they're connected to Mike.
That's true.
Unless Mike's like a secret Afton, I guess.
A secret. Another
First,
one.
I stole your brother. Now I steal you.
Give it to you, my
Now
friend. God.
It's like
No.
the festive one where they're like, it was like some festive. I don't know what it was. Some festive Springtrap.
Michael, I found TikTok. God.
They
Okay.
love me.
They love me.
Skip D, my friend. Yeah, Shadow Bonnie appeared in the movie, yes. Which is also interesting. We only got one and not both of them, interestingly.
Stephanier, I am sorry to hear that. They just said in chat. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope it gets better. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're handling that okay. Oh my god.
I think it might have just been going on in the TikTok references, but
TikTok references.
hope not. Yeah. Like it could be the Shadows. It could be Golden Freddy. I'd prefer for it to be Golden Freddy just because it's
Me
kind of
too.
like, as you say, like following William,
Mm-hmm.
right? If that is actually, well, we know it's William in FNAF 3, obviously.
Yeah.
And when he pops up and is active again, like, oh, where would the Vengeful Spear get drawn to, right? Like, oh, right there, right? But even then, like, speaking of, like, that's a really annoying, massive, annoying detail I said in the chat here earlier, right? That, like, which is also something I wanted to touch on, that, like, do you remember at the end of the Follow Me minigames when all the ghosts are, like, trapping William in that room?
Right.
Do you remember how many ghosts there were?
5, I hope.
Yes, there were 5. Well, I would
Okay.
hope there'd be 6, but
Oh,
there's not.
right.
There's
Wait.
5.
6 as in the MCI and
Plus,
plus Charlie or
or the
Vengeful
Vengeful Spirit,
Spirit. Okay, that makes
but
sense.
there's not even that. There's
Oh, there's
5.
5. Yeah.
How
Right, because
frustrating.
it makes sense. Wait, how many phantoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
2.
6.
There's 6 phantoms, sure, yeah.
I was gonna say maybe
Well,
that'll
and you
line
know
up
what?
with the spirits, like the reason the phantoms, it's like the spirits or whatever that stayed there with William. But why are they attacking the player and not? Well, it's another thing. Why are they attacking the player and not William?
Another massively annoying problem is, do you remember who we're playing as in Follow Me? A ghost with
Um,
tear trails.
Wait, do they all have tear trails or just one of them?
You can't see the other ghosts.
Are you serious?
Yep,
Scott,
I
you're
just
right.
double
Oh
checked
man, no, I just
before.
double checked to you. Scott Cawthon.
You're playing as a ghost with tear trails. There's only 5 ghosts, and the other
The other
4
four
we
are
can't
lined up at the
see.
door. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
What does that mean?
Uh,
Who would be here, and why? Apparently, the crying child might have been here, which is very interesting.
Right. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
Because, like, how was he able to get out of Golden Freddy, right?
Yeah. The 6 phantoms doesn't line up with the 5 spirits. I thought that would have made sense. In a sense. In a sense.
Or, like, well, and again, like...
Happy
And
holidays, Mr.
this
3D Gaming. Good night.
This is also why I am of the opinion that, to this day, that is the one retcon Scott was talking about, was swapping the roles of the crying child and Charlie. I think
Me
originally,
too.
the puppet was supposed to be like the crying child, or vice versa, that they got split into 2 different characters.
Right. Okay.
Is what I think. Well, because there's not just that, but in, what is it? The FNAF 2 minigame, where like the puppet, like giant one in that one minigame is like leaned over and like crying in like a clear parallel to like the crying child on his knees crying. Right? Like, it's so odd in retrospect. But it's made even more odd with like the one scene where William finally dies. Like, it's the crying ghost that's here. Isn't that so fascinating?
It is. And
Because again, like, unless we're supposed to retroactively apply and say like, oh, that's his own son, like, as a ghost finally able to manifest out of Golden Freddy without the vengeful spirit with him for some reason, which might be the case, or that's supposed to be from before Scott retconned that, and that was originally supposed to be the crying child. But if that's the case, like, that's his own son doing that to him when he's trying to help, which is super odd. Or it's supposed to be like Charlie as that, but like they're one and the same character. It's like, it's so weird to explain Follow Me the more I look at it. Like, I was hoping you guys would come up with something, or Chad had an idea, or because I don't know how to explain that. There's only 5 ghosts, and the 5th one you play as has tear marks on it,
Right.
just like the puppet and the crying child.
And the crying child, 2 of them, which is so frustrating because it'd be so much easier if only one of them had those tear marks, but no.
Right, and this also
Unless
implies that
one.
either the vengeful spirit in Golden Freddy or the puppet, or both potentially, aren't there, which is also odd. Because the other 4 are presumably the main MCI.
Right. And where's the DCI? Phantoms, like Var said.
Well, I mean, at that point in the Fallen Me minigame, that hasn't... Well...
Wait,
hang on.
The DCI?
No, that has happened. Yeah. Because he gets spring locked at the end, immediately after FNAF 1. I mean, I'm trying not to say too much. I mean, I know what happens to the DCI. It's just they're not there, basically.
Because they left the building. That's why.
Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe.
Wait, wouldn't the 5th ghost in Follow Me just be the 5th MCI victim to match the other 4? So, like, no crying child.
Well, why is it crying then? Unless Scott's just going to, like, randomly, like, make, like, a clear design parallel between, like, the crying puppet, the crying child, and now the crying vengeful spirit, I guess?
Huh.
That'd be odd. It's already odd to have, like, the puppet and crying child parallel. Like, why would he, like, even more reinforce that? Like, when he's...
I mean, like, now tears are, like, associated with agony, too, so it may be something more to that.
Ooh.
And that's even more annoying because we don't get to see what the other ghosts look like. They're facing away towards...
I was like... I thought I remember seeing tears on all of them.
It's like, oh, what if all ghosts are just crying, right? And like, oh, that explains that. But we don't get to see them, so we don't know.
Oh, Scott Cawthon. Because they all cry. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I swear I thought... Is there nowhere else in minigames, anything like that, where we see the other ones crying?
No, those 4 only... I watched the entire minigame playthrough. They only pop up when you're there that last night.
Man.
When you're actually playing as the crying ghost.
From what I can tell, all spirits have a crying motif.
If I could see something from one of the minigames where that's the case, I will
I don't know if it's FNAF 4. I'm trying to think what other minigame has had crying spirits, but I think it's just FNAF 3. Oh, what about FNAF 3 Happy Stay? What does that look like? They just have masks.
They're all wearing masks.
Except the one at the end who is crying. Interesting.
The crying child, yep.
Golden Freddy mask. Interesting.
Just where I'm pretty sure he got his happiest day, which is why it's called that, and that's kind of that whole thing.
It makes more sense that it's him instead of Vengeful Spirit.
Right.
Or unless he's the Vengeful Spirit, but I don't think so.
I mean,
hard to say.
That's kind of the pickle, though. Like this,
right? So many.
Well, Follow Me is kind of implying that, again, like, if the crying child was the ghost in that room kind of chasing William and eventually got him spring locked, that's either his own son as a ghost doing that to him, the one he's trying to save in all this, in my opinion, like, or like it's before he did the retcon, and that's Charlie, which would be also odd that it's the spirit of the puppet, Charlotte, that's like chasing him like a vengeful spirit would the entire time. Like, isn't that so odd that the puppet, Charlotte, is taking the role that we would think the vengeful spirit Golden Freddy would?
Right.
And they're flipped? Isn't that... Yeah, see, this is the problem of why I got stuck here. That's so odd, isn't it?
Yeah, this is another interesting point about the tier marks, right, that we just also talked about. The arcade minigames where you play each child, they have tier marks. Are we saying that each of those childs are like the spirit, or are we saying that each of them were the crying child? or like the vengeful spirit, you know? Like, are they all the same kid, or are they all 5 separate different kids? I haven't really thought about that, truthfully.
I need to double check that. Each game you play and find each child. They have tier tracks
I'm
there.
pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, double check the earlier nights.
And there's like, aren't there like a bunch of crying balloon boys too?
Yes. And the crying cupcakes, the big crying puppet.
Yeah.
What? Wait, why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cupcakes. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 balloon boys, though. That makes no sense. Yeah, all of them are crying. Balloon Boy, Fredbear 1, Chica Party 1, Shadow Bonnie 1.
So each of those spirits are crying.
Yeah, each of the spirits are crying, and then we also have
Do they
5
have the tier
crying
trails?
cupcakes. Yeah, they have the trails. We have the crying
Damn.
cupcakes also have trails, and then we have the crying balloon boys who have trails as well.
God, that makes this even harder to explain then. Like,
what? Why have we not?
It could be any of the like. He's the crying child. She's the crying child. I'm the crying child. Are there any other more crying children I should know about?
Crying child was the friends we made along the way.
I guess
also, in the room where William gets spring locked, I just can't help but bring up that the cupcake is there in the movie.
Really?
It sure is, isn't it?
Yeah, the cupcake like literally starts the spring lock instead of the bites into him.
Oh, yep. Right. I don't know. I forgot about that. I was like, wait, the cupcake. You're right. I totally forgot about that. That is funny.
Shadow cupcakes.
Maybe the cupcakes, the vengeful spirit.
That'd be the funniest thing ever.
Right? Hello, Luca. It was the cupcake the whole time. I knew it. This is interesting, though. I haven't really looked into these other ones.
Well, yeah, because this is kind of the problem of, like, who do you think we're playing as, then, in Follow Me, the last night? Where you go into the room for the last time and William gets spring locked. Who are we playing as?
I'd say the vengeful spirit, maybe. I don't know why I lean towards him. No, wait, the crying child makes more sense because that's happiest day. Wait. But then where's the vengeful spirit in all of this?
Because who would be the one to do this? She's on vacation, I get. You see, this is kind of the problem, right? Who are we?
She didn't want to go, yeah, maybe.
Because again, the 4 are probably going to be the MCI, right? It's not like, oh, we're playing as Charlie and the vengeful spirit is one of the 4 and the Foxy kid is sitting somewhere else, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. So the 4 have to be the MCI, and we've only got one more spot for one.
So it has
so
to be
someone's
Charlie,
on the bench here.
Or okay, I mean, at the time this was being made, I feel like Scott only had the MCA. I don't think he had the crying child till FNAF 4 when it was probably retconned from the puppet or whatever. Wait, then where's the pup? No, wait.
You see the problem?
Yeah, that's so weird because he had the puppet by now in Charlie from FNAF 2.
Yo.
So I want to say that is probably okay. So if Scott, from Scott's perspective, right, making this, he probably just had that as the 5th, the vengeful MCI spirit. That he would then change into the crying child for FNAF 4, then have his happiest day, have that connection, and then later on decide to add another vengeful spirit in FNAF 6 or 7.
But even then, if we believe in dual Freddy, which I think most of us do at this point, like, even that doesn't fit. Because the crying child, in any case, wouldn't be unless we're having to change that, too, in the modern day, and the crying child was the vengeful spirit the entire time, and Andrew, or Cassidy, or whoever it was the one, like, the not vengeful one in Golden Freddy the entire time. And we all had it backwards, I guess.
Man, yeah, this is really confusing me. I don't know.
This is a good debate topic.
This is a really good one. Because we were all over
Chad, what do you guys think? Like, are there any,
I
like...
saw that.
It's because I said
yeah, try to...
I really think that's a good case that's the one retcon, because no one really noticed that it didn't.
Yeah, right. I didn't notice it until we started. Yeah,
that's a really good.
The amount the puppet of and the crying child swapped roles.
Well, not really even just that, just the
all like, the tier marks, maybe, you know, and that kind of just being into one.
Right, because those FNAF 3 minigames, like, again, like, it's just such a clear, like, parallel between, like, this crying child and a crying puppet.
Wait,
like, I seriously... The character was split into 2 different characters in FNAF 4.
Right.
Seems to be the implication, right? Because, like, if that wasn't the crying child, then where does Charlie come in? Right? Like, if we're being shown in that, what is it, FNAF 2 minigame, if I remember right, of the puppet leaned down and crying tears, exactly how the crying child in that same game is leaned down in the minigame, like, crying tears, like, they mimic each other one for one, right? So, like,
Right.
Puppet is mimic.
Yeah.
I think there's a good case that was the retcon that, like,
Yeah.
Charlotte got split into two characters, and the crying child got added.
Yeah,
And
no,
that
I agree.
Charlotte was
I agree,
also
yeah.
supposed to be the vengeful spirit. Like, if anything, these three characters were originally one. And that was the retcon.
Oh, bruh. Okay. Glitch says the old net consequences ending in FNAF World is called Happiest Day. What? Really? Huh.
Fascinating.
Right? Glitch is blowing my mind this stream.
So there's only 5 ghosts
5
that
ghosts.
are in that room.
Right.
Yep. One of them. Well, so apparently they're all crying. Apparently.
I feel like, yeah, but in that room, are they all? It didn't look like it from the picture. I
No,
looked
they're
at it.
facing away we can't see. But
Oh,
apparently on
okay.
earlier nights, when you
Oh, they're
first, like,
not. Oh, yes, they
gather
are.
them. Yeah, they're facing away
Wow,
towards
I'm the
William. You
worst
can't see
FNAF
their
tuber on
faces.
No.
Wait till I put this theory, yeah.
I think I've got you beat with my next one after this one.
We'll see. But yeah, this is a really, like, rough one because, like, I've got to kind of come up with an answer to this. Like, who was in that room and why? Because, like, if all of them are crying still with only 5, someone is sitting on the bench here. Because in any case, like, we're all still pretty sure, like, the crying child exists, Charlie exists, and Cassidy exists in the games, right? So bare minimum, there's at least 2 of them sitting on the bench, not there for William Springlocking.
Right.
And I'm just wondering why,
Wait.
and who are the 2 that are sitting on the bench?
5 missing kids in the room.
Yep. Unless we're going to say that, again, like, 2 of the MCI kids just decided to not show up that night, I guess. Especially after we just told them their suits
They
get
weren't
pulled
told
apart.
about it, yeah.
Well, why would Crying Child be there? Why would Puppet be there? Because Puppet doesn't care about William. He just wants him to stay out of her way. So neither of those characters would have to be there.
Huh.
It'd just be the 5 victims.
I mean, I would argue the FNAF 2 movies may be throwing that into question a little bit if you remember the ending.
Well, I mean, the FNAF 1 movie would too, with the cupcake being there, but...
See, like, nothing fits cleanly here is kind of the
I
problem.
always just assumed it was just the 5 victims from the MCI.
Right. But then, yeah,
Because
we're
one of them
definitely
is the
missing 2.
vengeful one, and that's why it's like the leader, like, the other 4 are just kind of watching, and it's like the one that's like, okay, here we are, we're doing this.
Right, okay, yeah, because by the time FNAF 3 is out, we for sure have 6 victims, right? Because Crying Child probably wasn't
Yes.
until FNAF 4. So why is the puppet
Yes.
sitting out? But then why do we see
Yes.
tier imagery with all the spirits and the main one we play as in that minigame?
And this tier imagery being directly
so-
connected to the puppet in the previous game.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like
What
that
the-
could still be the retcon, but I feel like the implication now is it's just the MCI. Like it's those 4 victims, and then the vengeful spirit is the 5th one. That's like walking around.
So Charlie and the crying child are on the bench for this? Because, again, it's not the Golden Freddy suit running around.
Neither of them would
It's
want to
just
be there
spirit.
because, like, for Crying Child, that's like his dad, and then for Charlotte, it's like
Yes.
she doesn't care about William as an ultimate customizer.
So it's just the vengeful. It's just Cassidy, like, apparating herself outside of Golden Freddy somehow and manifesting there without being a part of the Golden Freddy suit anymore.
Well, I mean, the other 4 souls are not in their animatronics either.
They specifically were shown in the previous nights to be taken apart, yet we don't see that for Golden Freddy.
Right, because they're
It's
different.
possible, but we're not shown it.
I feel
That's
like
kind of
just because of the way it functions, I never even considered it, but I guess, yeah, you could.
Well, and even that,
That
like,
could
for
be a
the
whole
movie,
thing.
right? We're directly having this, like, role reversal at the end of the second movie, right? Where, like, what is it? The boy's saying, like, "Oh, hey, yeah, like, I can't hold William there anymore when I leave. So he's going to get out, right? When he
Right.
quickly says to Mike before he goes away, which is super odd because he's the one that moves on and gets his like happiest day, quote unquote, by the end of the second movie. And then there's only Charlotte left, and Charlotte's acting much more vengeful, if you will, in the movie. So to me, that's like, oh, there's a role swap here, in the movies at least. And if we continue that, take what the Golden Freddy boy in the movie does to Charlotte in the games, if it is truly a reversal, right? Isn't that so odd still then? Of like viewing Charlotte as the one who's more vengeful in the games then. Otherwise, the reversal doesn't make sense. You see what I mean?
Huh.
I know it's wacky to think about, right? But like, in the second movie, does Charlotte not act more vengeful and aggressive than the Golden Freddy kid does? Like, even at the end of the
100%,
first
yeah.
movie, right? He just kind of like looks at him and like closes the door, right? Like he's not really like torturing him or anything. Like he doesn't seem like mad or vengeful, right? Charlotte clearly does in the second movie.
Technically, in the second game, though, Charlotte's a lot more vicious than most of the characters.
Towards
Like,
you,
that was, like,
yeah,
the big
Mike.
threat, like, when we first played the game, that was, like, the huge deal, is, like, if you don't wind this thing up, guaranteed death.
Right.
But I get what you're saying.
Wait, real quick, sorry, Glitch also said in UCN the OMC ending is called Your Own. Huh.
Your own mimic.
Need to
It's
think
always
about
leads
that.
back to
I'm
the
sorry,
mimic.
I can't help
No, I
myself.
love it. It all leads back to the mimic.
Well, and like I'd love other takes on that. Like, who were we playing as, and like how does this all fit? Because it doesn't really work well for any of them to be missing. Again, two of those spirits. We've got the Cassidy, we've got the crying child, and we've got Charlie. At least two of them are missing, right? Why? And I
Why?
don't really have a good explanation for, because again, like the vengeful spirit is the vengeful spirit still in the game, sure, right? But at the same time as well, like Charlie's also the one who gives life, apparently, and that's necessary somehow, apparently, the more I think about it. But again, in the movie, we're having it reference that, like, oh, yeah, like, if the vengeful spirit in the movie is, like, the stand-in for Charlotte in the games, like, if their roles are reversed, like, do you guys, like, agree with me on that?
Yes.
I guess I should first off say
No, yeah,
V.
yeah, I do.
What do you think?
I'm too, like... I'm like Play-Doh, like, I can be molded one way or another. It's like, you can shape me to believe
Play-Doh.
this, because you have really good evidence, and then if someone else is like, well, wait, what about this? And I'm like, oh, wait.
Oh, never mind, right? Like, fair enough. Like, will you at least roll with me that, like, in the movies, it seems like
Absolutely.
the crying child and the vengeful spirit are role reversing. So,
It does kind of seem like that.
if that is the case, I'm just trying to work backwards from that and say, oh, okay, let's swap them again and go back to the games and then apply that same logic there. And if that is the case, and I can just pretend the actions of the boy in Golden Freddy in the movies would be similar to the actions of Charlie in the games, isn't that interesting that she would be the one more kind of like keeping him there and contained, right? And the vengeful spirit is still the vengeful spirit, right? Which would feel better to me that if that is the case, like if she is the, like, from the implications we get from the end of the second movie, if she's the one sort of like also, I guess, kind of keeping William contained, like, sure, he's mainly physically sealed by Henry, but like maybe not able to have his spirit move around. That's an effort from Charlie, right? Like maybe it feels better to have her there, right? Because like that's like nothing but nothing cleanly fits like to explain why two of them are missing. Why is the crying child or the vengeful spirit not there? Or why is the vengeful spirit or the puppet not there? Like, nothing cleanly makes sense for only 5 spirits to be there and not, what would it be? 7? 4
Yeah,
MCI,
6 or 7.
puppet, crying child, vengeful spirit
Yes,
is
6
how
and
it
7.
should be.
7.
For God's sakes.
Got him. No, but you're right. Like, there's notably missing a few of them, and I've been trying to think about it like through the perspective of Scott, but
Yeah,
even then, it's so hard, because none of it
I
still
just
makes
can't.
sense,
Right,
right?
I can't explain why. Like, even if
Yeah,
I'm going with the idea that I'm right, that's what the retcon is. That this was one character originally, but then he split them into 3, basically.
yeah, that makes sense. And I wonder what it would look like if it was just one. Probably, I don't know.
Right,
That
if
is
his
hard.
son was the crying child, was Charlie, was the vengeful spirit, all in one
Right.
character.
Meaning he's killed his own
The
kid.
vengeful spirit would have given life and taken it, essentially.
Yes.
Ooh, fire.
And even more like tragic because he's the one who he was doing all this for in the first place, right? But like
Yeah.
that's kind of the
It's
pit.
like,
Like
I
how
hate you, father.
well, and it might be, especially if he saw what he had to do to get there. But like we
All
clearly
right.
know they're 3 different characters by this point in the game. So like,
The
how do
chop
we?
was intentional.
Well, like how do we explain that? Like, where the hell are the other 2? Like, did they just be like, oh yeah, okay, the MCI kids and like whoever the 5th one is have got it. We 2 are just gonna sit on the sidelines for this. We don't have to bother. Apparently,
William
like that's
put
just
that
so
guy
weird
into
to
the
me.
outfit so that they would bite his kid. Never mind.
Like,
Writing.
I'm curious to see what does chat say here. Why the puppet attacks the adults in the game? Like, I thought it was because just Mike looks so similar to William, and like what Mike was doing there. But wouldn't the Golden Freddy kid in the movie
Speaking
be
of this
more of a?
location, where is that in the timeline? Chat, everyone.
You're not gonna like where I think
Right
it is.
after security breach.
Right? Before Secret of a Mimic. Some crazy answer like that.
That really get people mad.
Pre-Secret of a Mimic.
What's dumb is I could actually make a whole theory on it.
After security breach? Ooh.
Yup.
Peak. Do that,
I'm
please.
not going to, but I could.
What? No, you should. You should. Hello.
Golden Freddy Kid seems to. Well, Cassidy's the vengeful spirit in the games, no. So I think Golden Freddy Kid's more of a stand-in for Charlie. And so it's reversed from there because like between Charlie in the movies and the Golden Kid spirit, whatever in the movies, like who seems more vengeful between the 2? Like Charlie, pretty clearly in the movies, seems a lot
Charlie-
more aggressive to me.
She's not vengeful against William, though, and that's the whole thing.
That's
It's
kind of
like-
the wacky part too.
It's like it's vengeful against William
Right, but
specifically.
and at the same time, that kid doesn't strike me as vengeful either. In the end of the first movie, he just kind of stares at him and locks him in the room. He's not like actively torturing him like we see at the end of Ultimate Custom Night. Like that doesn't strike me as vengeful. He's like, oh
He
hey, yeah,
hasn't
like I
reached
won't be able
Ultimate
to
Custom yet. Yeah, that's the other weird thing is like
keep
it's
him
like
there
as soon as
anymore.
Abby shows them who killed them, it's like all they do is hold him and then they leave.
Yeah. Yep. Just seal him up, I guess. Leave him there. Well, in specific, that Golden Freddy kid says like, "Oh, I won't be able to hold him anymore," implying he was like doing something to like keep him held there, or like
He was
maybe put him in a
giving him life.
or like put him in like a coma thing where he can't really move. But even then, if that's the case, like that doesn't really strike me as vengeful either. Like
Henry's just been in that room beating the crap out of him till he can't move. That's why Henry looks all sweaty in the movie because he's just like been in... I'm so sorry.
Well, and as you pointed out, like we don't really have a good answer why he didn't just like burn the building down, like unless the puppet's involved.
I like how this is all
my
FNAF 3 discussion, by the way. and that's the thing, the game that is supposed to be the like, we totally know what's going on. Do we really? Kind of.
Yeah, people are in for a shock in like a couple of years with the games with FNAF 3 lore.
Right. Because
in
yeah,
my
now that I think
humble
about it, I don't know. I
opinion.
feel like we definitely jumped to a lot of conclusions and to just kind of say that we solved that game. And in a sense, we don't worry. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like we do definitely know the most about that one compared to like FNAF 1, 2, and 4 and Sister Location. But even though there's still a lot, like Phantoms, we just kind of ignore them. I feel like.
True.
And yeah, tacked on like speculating that like the puppet isn't there because the puppet is in the building, and sure, that might explain one of them, but now the other one's missing, either the vengeful spirit or the crying child. And if that's the case, no matter who's actually in that room between those two, how were they again assuming golden duo? How were they able to separate themselves in and apparate outside of the golden Freddy suit in that moment, but at no other time in the timeline from what we've seen? How were
Mhm.
they able to do that if their souls were kind of locked together? Is kind of my pickle. Like, and that's what's annoying here. Like nothing cleanly fits.
No, not at all.
That's like, but yeah, like this is something I just stumbled on the other day. Like as I'm writing this timeline, and it's just like crap. I ran. Why are there only 5 spirits here? And apparently, yeah, like looking back and like, yeah, I just did on the side here as well. Everyone was right. Like all of the spirits, like each night you get them, each of them are crying. So it's like, oh
Right.
boy, how do we tell which one's the crying child, or if any of them are here, right? Or like,
It's
was
just
this
the
before?
MCI trust.
Yes.
Or like, well, because this is also before Scott did the retcon. And so it's like,
Right.
oh, we
Yeah.
can't, like, are we sure this is the crying child? Are we
It
sure
wasn't
this isn't the vengeful
retcon.
spirit? That,
Or it's the conviction, or what is the other one? What's the other retcon?
There's so many that people
there's,
have come
There's
up
so
with.
many. Yeah, I like the
there's only
conviction
one.
one.
There's only one.
Right, one clear one that he told
Until
us about.
security breach.
Real.
Like,
I don't even think you'd tell the community now if he did like another one because it's
I
like
don't think so either, because we're all too crazy to like, to really realize in that sense.
well, before that, Scott's got to clarify the Chica's secret party first.
Yeah,
Then he
I
can
still
get
can't
to
believe that.
that.
I mean, if you think about it, even in the movie, like all of the animatronics were pissed when they found out that William had killed them. So they're all perfectly happy to do that. It doesn't even have to be like a vengeful one. All 5 of them are, including the cupcaker,
But even just the
are
fact that
ready to
2 are
take him
missing,
out.
like in any case, that after that point, no matter what the retcon exactly is, we're all in agreement that Charlie, the vengeful spirit, and the crying child are 3 separate characters after this point, bare minimum. It might have been before this that's the retcon and they were all one character at one point, but definitely after this, they're 3 different characters, right? I can think of no scenario where 2 of them are missing, but one of them's there. I can't explain it, right? Because like in the game, like, oh, it was Charlie you were playing as. Well, where's the vengeful spirit, right? Like, I guess the vengeful spirit in Goldford couldn't be bothered to, help kill William, I guess. Like, or if it's like, oh, just the vengeful spirit went there and the crying child and the Charlie's not there. Well, how did the vengeful spirit, like, separately apparate himself from the Golden Freddy suit when every time he's been seen to teleport and appear before has been as Golden Freddy, right? Not as, like, this spirit of like himself as a child or herself or whoever it is, right? Like that's kind of my pickle. Like nothing cleanly fits here.
Damn.
Can
No,
Scott?
I'm trying to like. I've been looking at photos or trying to find some reason, but there's just nothing like you can't. It just
No, so
doesn't
it's
fit
like,
cleanly. It just has to be one way or the other in that sense. Where something else is like being split in a different part, retconned, or just doesn't fit nicely, which I hate.
and that's why I think this is a strong contention that it's after this was the retcon that they got split into 3 different characters, and this 5th character, this mystery 5th character, was the 3 of them as one.
Dave,
It was the crying
Afton.
child, Charlie, and the vengeful spirit were all originally one character, and
Hello,
that's who
Morse.
we're playing as in that
Hello.
last night.
Takedown.
That's how I answer it because I'd love someone else to come up with another idea on who exactly that is.
Um,
The Golden Freddy appeared to Abby as a kid when he attacked the ant.
true.
True, but at the same time, in the movie, we're also pretty sure it's just that kid in that suit. and there's not two of them in there in the movie
Unless
continuity.
Garrett is somewhere just taking a nap.
Unless Garrett and just like hasn't noticed this entire time and was never mentioned
Right.
by the kid who'd be sharing
Yeah.
him with there, like, oh hey Mike,
I
yeah,
think
like,
your brother
and
is
why
like
he
my
wouldn't,
roommate, I think.
well, and like why he wouldn't use that in his plans, like the golden kid's like, oh yeah, we want Abby, like, oh yeah, I want my brother, like, oh yeah, I know where your brother is, like, why didn't he just do that then, right? Why does he need
Unless
to
for
make
some
it
reason they
up?
just don't know they're in the same suit, but that wouldn't make sense because we've had
Because
multiple
in the
kind of
Stitch Wraith, they clearly do
exactly
know each other
Jake
are in
and
there.
Andrew, not Jake and Andrew. Is it Jake and Andrew? Well, Jake and someone else, they
Yeah,
both
I
definitely
think.
know. He's like, oh, I
Of
can
each
see.
other, right?
Yes, exactly. Like, oh, I can see, versus the other one can kind of more control the suit. Um, there was Garrett deleted scenes, but it's possible he's Balloon Boy. I did hear about that. I did
That'd be
hear
That's what
about
I
wild.
that.
wanted him to be, and they did nothing with
Right?
it.
Even though he kept the Forever plush on set, allegedly for said scenes. What?
So I don't think it's impossible to figure outside the suit. My problem is, like, I would have wanted to see that happen in the games at some point. I would have wanted to see, like, oh, the Vengeful Spirit can, like, appear somewhere else, not as Golden Freddy, just as a spirit kid, I guess, somewhere else. But we never see that until this minigame, apparently. Maybe. But that's kind of like, again, like nothing is like cleanly fitting here as like a smoking gun of like, oh yeah, that's who we're playing as. And that's why like I kind of radically propose here, like it's all three characters as one character before the retcon. And the retcon is Scott splitting this one character into three. As
Sorry.
insane as that sounds.
No, I like. Well, it's not insane, but like it seems possible in that sense. But
If anyone else has a
I wonder
better
why
idea,
he. Yeah, no, but it makes.
please share with the
Well, this
class.
is also cool. It just said that the picture where like the kid's face is glued over someone else, almost as if he's suppressing that child. So like the blonde kid suppressing
Yep.
Garrett. That could make sense. I like that a lot.
That's a dangling thread as well.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I would question then in the movies, like, how is it one of them's able to move on but the other isn't? How are they able to bifurcate their souls if that's kind of been the whole problem with them since the beginning?
They choose what they want to do.
Like, how is one able to move on and the other isn't?
They don't
The
want to.
closest is maybe Yendo in Sister Location. I forgot about Yendo because Yendo is obviously meant to be
Oh,
something
yeah.
like Golden Freddy, but I doubt it's a real animatronic. Really, I would say he's real just because we do see him in the Hope Wanted games again. But I don't know what he would represent in that sense. He's an interesting one, Yendo. You're a mean one.
But yeah, that's just a good discussion point, like I thought of for this. It's like,
William Afton
God,
just slithering around the tree like that. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
god.
Mr. Afton.
Or need copyrighted. Trust.
Lordy. Yes, yeah, so that's a frustrating one.
Yeah, definitely.
Why
What
are
was
there
it?
two different Golden Freddy appearances? Like, why does it look different?
In the games, like what?
Yeah.
Like FNAF 1 to FNAF 2 Golden Freddy?
Yeah, is that
And
just because
Fredbear?
like they used pieces of it? Or does each one represent a different soul possessing it?
That's what I
Another
assumed. I
question.
assumed FNAF 1 was Vengeful Spirit, FNAF 2 / Fredbear was Crying Child.
Is the crumpled suit itself teleporting around, or is just like a manifestation of it teleporting around?
I want to say manifestation because it
Yeah,
makes
because
more
if it's a
sense,
manifestation, why would they change their appearance?
Right, exactly. Unless, like you said, it's by the kid. Like the kid,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but even then, okay, because we have like four basically. We have FNAF 1 Freddy, right? Golden Freddy. FNAF 2 Withered Golden Freddy. Fredbear from FNAF 4. And then in FNAF 3, it looks like he has a brown hat and bow tie, like not black or purple. And then in Ultimate Custom Night, we go back to FNAF 1 Freddy, but with the purple hat and bow tie. And then, I forgot, I think it's Ticket to Fun. We see FNAF 1 Golden Freddy missing his ear, a new version of Golden Freddy. So that's like 6. or 7. Doesn't make sense. And in FNAF 1, the movie was have Golden Freddy without an ear. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to make of all of that.
Jake almost moved on without Andrew in the books. Interesting. I have not read them. They're these
No?
I got very mad after that one story I read where it's like, what's the point of this? The one where the girl's working at the diner and she finds the fast clock and like dies in that.
Dies to scraps or whatever.
Oh,
You
I
just
think
have to treat them like Goosebumps, essentially.
well, it's like, which ones are important? Because like, what am I supposed to take away from this? Like, what was it? But why did I read this whole story for like this girl to die in this event? And like the only FNAF related thing was this alarm clock thing. I guess that was like warping her percent. Like, it's like, what am I supposed to take from
more? Read more.
Right? Like, and it's like I don't have the time for that. Like, I don't want to waste so much. It's like, well, like, how do I separate the important stuff from like the pregnant Mad Pats and the Fazgoo? Right? Is like my thing.
The occurring themes, ideas.
I guess, but it's even then, like, what's important or what should we focus on, right? Like, it's seemingly possible for a single spirit in a dual possessed suit to move on without the other. I will give you that simply because of what we see at the end of FNAF 3, where the crying child gets his happiest day, right? And clearly he moves on there. I think that is how that happens, and it's Michael doing whatever through the arcades at FNAF 3, like reaching out to his brother and like helping him get his happiest day, possibly with the aid of Charlotte in the puppet, that gets Garrett to have his happiest day, or whoever he is, whoever the crying child is in the games. I think that's what's going on, sure. It's just, I don't know, I guess that was a little more clear, I guess that's alone is enough, but it's just like, even before that point, like, the problem is that Save Them night happens before that, so even still, that doesn't answer the question of who that is that night, and saying they're all the same character is just my easy way of explaining that, I guess. Sorry, just wanted to answer his question.
No, you're good. Man. Any other topics?
What about you guys?
FNAF 3 related?
Yeah,
because I just love how this all started from Henry and his role in FNAF 3, and it just manifested into all
the
this,
5 minutes we got with him.
Right? You got in a car accident? Oh my god, Mio, what? I hope everyone is okay. Oh my god, I'm sorry to hear that. What? I hope seriously, I hope everyone is. Fun. Yeah, I hope everyone's okay, and hopefully that you can sort all that out. Oh man.
Fright started after help wanted. It was Scott planting the seed for the mimic. Fazgoo is something that replicates someone. Let's go.
I mean, I'm still interested in this, but what do you think about Elizabeth in the movies, or just Circus Baby? Because the eyes were totally green, confirmed by set photos. So what do you guys think? I don't know.
I don't know, because the movie has done some really weird twists. So like, I want to assume that means
I wouldn't
possession.
Be surprised with like a long lost sister that I never knew of, and she was the first. But then that whole brings like, why would he make up murderous animatronics? Before he killed everyone. My friend driving isn't too well. Like the driving isn't like the skills. Oh, man. Hopefully it wasn't a bad accident though. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. I am back.
Oh, no, good.
Welcome back.
We're just talking about not Vanessa, Elizabeth in the FNAF movie.
Elizabeth in the movie.
Yeah, the eyes were totally green in set photos. Mm-hmm. We're kind of talking about what like that will be, because
it implies she's already
possessed.
By the time Vanessa as a girl is seeing her, she's already possessed. Unless Scott's reversing the eye color, which maybe at this point. In the photograph, I will say, isn't it odd that apparently the face of Mrs. Afton was important enough to blur out? That is interesting, guys. You are right. Is what I'll say to that. Why didn't we just get generic woman face? Why did it have to be blurred? Why is her face worth blurring?
Because we still have no information on her in the games either.
Exactly.
I shouldn't say no info, but like next to nothing.
They're extremely cryptic, but it is there. I made a whole theory on that. And maybe it's just my coat, but I think it is important. I think she's there. I think it's a very long-term setup, and she might be the next arc. But, that's just me. The movie has proved to me why else have Circus Baby exist so early in the movie timeline? Well, we gotta remember, what were the fun times made for to begin with? Like
Killing children.
Yeah, well, and capturing them for the remnant stuff, right?
Right.
I don't know if they were necessarily like intended to kill. I think it's more just a byproduct of like, oh, whoops, I didn't think that they'd grab her that hard, or grab the kids that hard, and they'd be killed like near instantly from getting like shoved in here, right?
Circus Baby says no one can hear her screams once the kids come back in, so she didn't die right away.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, and like as a storage tank, like it just doesn't read to me like he specifically designed it to like instantly kill them necessarily. Although maybe, like, who's to say for sure? Well, because like that's
we don't know how long Elizabeth was alive after.
It's
no
scary to think about.
I hate thinking about it.
Right.
I love Circus Baby. She's like my favorite, but gosh.
But
well,
yeah, I'm
and
like,
there is like a backup to that as well with like what he would have seen before in Gold. Like, and again, I don't want to give away all the beans, but like I'm wondering if like William was speculating like, oh, my son's as the crying child connection to this golden bear suit is like tenuous because he was only next to it for like a minute or two as he died, right? Or as it first bit him, and like he's very weakly possessing it. Okay, and Charlie, who I killed, who this puppet crawled right next to her and stayed with her for hours, or probably the whole night. Like as she was dying, if not already died, like immediately after, like her connection with that is much stronger. Like I am wondering and trying to make the logical leap of like William realizing this and saying, oh, well, wait a minute. If one of the kids actively died inside the suit, maybe their connection would be even stronger, right? That's what I wonder and how I explain. And I know like other theorists have brought that up before. That idea of like, oh, Cassidy died inside the suit via a spring locking. And I agree with that, by the way.
Yeah.
Is just what I'll say.
Because it makes the most sense and brutal, but it makes sense.
Right. And it is, and it's like, and it's just continuing that logic train of like, not that connected, weak connection, more connected, stronger connection. Like, oh, if I logically continue that, like, dying inside the suit from a spring lock, yeah, that'd be a pretty strong connection then. And if he's already trying to harvest remnant, then that's probably be what he want, you know? What is it? Yeah, but yeah, do you guys have any other and hey, any questions for me in particular, since I've covered so much of the timeline?
He knows everything, basically.
I didn't say that, but I've just done a lot of looking.
Funny, no, right? But it's funny thinking like 3 years ago making a timeline versus now you have so much more to cover, including the movies. God. I think it's crazy. Like really, 3 years is not that much in that sense, and I feel it's rough.
Well, yeah, and like especially with things like the movies and the books, it's like obviously things aren't as solid as people thought pre-Secret of the Mimic, where it's like people who were really convinced on what was it like what was the theory where like everything that happened in the Tales games,
Tales games, yeah. Also games
where
fiction.
people were really convinced that everything that happened in the Tales books happened in the games.
I was one of them for like a month. I was one of them. I'm sorry.
I mean, fair enough.
The wanted update. Come on, I was.
Well, and like I know as much as people want to like instinctively like 180 that and say, "Oh, we should just like throw all the books away, none of them matter." As tempting as that is to do, don't get me wrong.
It's a nice medium, I think.
The hard part, I think, is like a lot of it is, yeah, throw it out, it doesn't matter, but there are core nuggets, I think, in each continuity that you can borrow and explain towards the others, right? I will eternally remind people where we first heard the name William Afton.
The books.
It was in the books, right? The Silver Eyes. That's where we first. That's. Yeah, and hey, if you were doing a theory at the time and used book informations for a game theory, you would have been right. As maddening as that is.
Right.
And I think that's continuing now. The hard part for us as theorists, and like just anybody, is like, what can we borrow and what can we not borrow? Is the hard part.
Right. No, yeah, I agree. That was always my biggest issue, you know, because December Tiger Rock plushie, I'm like, okay, it's over. Then Edwin name dropped in February, the trailer. I was like, it was really over, you know? And I honestly preferred one or the other because it makes it that much easier to theorize and then have discussions. But now, like you said, now we have to pick and choose, you know, which ones are canon or not canon, but which one we can, like, you know, choose or, you know, grab information from. Same thing with kind of the movies. Even though the movies are honestly less, we can use them like less as sources than the books. For me, the movies, the only thing we can use are animatronics, but besides that, it's its own thing, you know? But yeah, it's hard. Because now we just have to choose.
Hey, yours wasn't as bad as my massive swing and a miss thinking like, oh, all the teasers of Secret of the Mimic are clearly showing William and Miss Afton,
that made
right?
sense, though. That made so much sense.
He looks like William's been depicted before. He's wearing a purple bow tie.
They knew what they were doing.
And they're showing like this contentious family scenario. Like, oh, they're clearly sitting in. I was so wrong.
It's okay. Right? No, who expected? I love Arnold, but who expected Arnold? No one.
Oh, yeah, obviously it was going to be this random employee of Fazbear called Arnold we've never seen before and will probably never see again.
That's true. But at the same time, I prefer it that way because even though there were dozens of options you could have gone with, it makes it easier. So I forgive Scott and Steelwool for playing with my feelings.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if I forgive
They should have made it more clear. Like, use literally any other color, like not purple. But I know that's why they did that, to throw a red herring.
Right. I know. I bet they were just laughing at like the theories or everything going on. You know, I bet they still are.
Oh, we'll give Edwin a purple bow tie.
I wonder how lost they think we are. You know, because I wonder if that's the reason they keep making games like, oh, they didn't get this one at all. We have to do another one. Damn it. You know,
like, oh, we used a purple bow tie on this character with short brown hair and glasses. Like, oh, why would they think it was William? Oh, we gotta clarify.
Right, especially because I'm pretty sure he's described pretty differently in the books, not as nerdy in that sense, you know?
But in the movies, he's depicted as that.
Right.
Well, and even in the games, like, isn't it so odd? And people have pointed it out for years. Like, oh yeah, Henry and William look like almost identical for years as well.
Right. I know.
Like, in the books, it describes them as slightly different, but in the games, like they really sound pretty damn close to each other.
You know, and just in general, I miss the era where Henry was like the parallel to Edwin, and then the Mimic would have been, you know, I don't forget what the theories were, just its own thing in the games. You know what I mean? That was an era for sure.
Right.
And then we actually had the Mimic and all this.
Like, yeah, like that's kind of the annoying part is like that clearly shows me they're just throwing some like cheap red herrings out. And like, to be fair, like they've said that they've been doing this for a while. Like, remember the FNAF interview where like J-Top outright says like, oh yeah, we put in like YouTuber bait sometime in like
that interview again.
Yeah, maybe.
And And there's like outright confirmed to be like YouTuber bait in Security Breach.
I've fallen for it
which is
100%, I
mad.
bet. Yeah.
Which is maddening. Well, and I can't wait till we get to that part of the timeline, but it's like, good God.
Right, because to me it's like, oh, I wonder what was YouTube bait, because I obsess over the smallest details, so I wonder if I'm just going crazy for nothing, you know? And I'm just here making a fool of myself.
I mean, the thing that's gotten FNAF and has really caught my eye is the, what is it, meeting with Mike at 7. And that's me massively coping that that's Michael.
No, yeah. Right, yeah, meeting with Smith or whatever, yeah, I agree.
Or Smith or something
Yeah,
like that.
no, Fritz Smith, come on, Michael Afton. That one
Or
can't be
Schmidt or
YouTube bait.
something.
That one's got to be
It was
legit.
something that like was a direct connection to Michael, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it
God,
was
who
like-
else could that be?
Yeah, exactly. It was like meeting with Fritz Smith at 5 p.m. and Fritz Smith, who else can that be? Or just Smith, but come on.
Or it was just Smith or
Yeah,
something,
alias
and it's
for
like, oh,
Afton,
Smith, like Michael Afton confirmed.
Yeah, that's like my biggest theory that I still believe in, that is he's got to be alive, and I might be totally wrong, but come on. There's so much Michael Afton imagery just for him to not be alive. What?
I mean, as I pointed out, like, as we clearly see in Security Breach, like, do you believe Mr. Burrow or whoever else at Fazbear, like, approved and wouldn't even know about recreating Michael's room in the basement and would have allocated money for recreating Michael's room in the basement? For why?
Exactly.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's Mrs. Afton at the Fazbear, but whatever. Like, who
we'll
else
talk
would
about
even
that.
know and care, right? It's like, again, like on this Mr. Burroughs, like, oh yeah, remember that former co-owner's kid, like what his room looked like 20 years ago? Let me recreate that down
for
here.
fun. Just as memorabilia
Right.
for fun.
I just find it funny that I know about this and would care enough to put money towards it, I guess. You know, like, yeah, this is my massive cope that they're both still around, and like that's just a part of that.
Yeah.
And I guess, well, and like clearly someone made like fresh popcorn for him down there too.
Right,
So
yeah,
it's
there's like food. They're like, come on. I don't know. It's gotta be
someone's
something
been
more.
down there. I just like imagining like undead Michael like shambling throughout the Pizzaplex at night, like getting more popcorn at the little like
No, yeah, and I'm telling you, there's like a pile
stand.
and piles of trash right outside the room.
Yep.
Coincidence? I think
Just throwing it out there, and just imagining him like shambling through at night, like just to get more popcorn and like
he
fast.
puts on he puts on like a coat or
restaurant.
something and just walks around freely. Like, come on, that'd be so funny.
That's just so funny to me. Like imagining like Michael getting like a Faz-tato from like a staff bot in the middle of the night when the place is closed. It's so funny.
To his place. Yeah, no one questions it because they're like, oh, you know, he's probably. We all know.
Well, yeah, the place is closed and only like
Yeah.
security's there, and
Exactly.
if
And he
it's
probably
like,
knows how to get around it, honestly, you know.
or even then, like Miss Afton would just have to say, "Oh yeah, like that's like the night janitor. Don't bother him." It's like, oh,
Don't touch
okay.
him. Don't get near him. Don't smell him. Just leave him alone. He'll do his thing.
And he's just shambling through the building, getting food at night. And it's very funny to me, but it's like it could work.
In Ruin in Monty, there's like footsteps, like bare footsteps, you know, like without what it like just footsteps. That people also say is Michael, which makes sense because he's just walking around barefoot the Pizzaplex, and that's
I
my
guess.
headcanon, and it makes sense.
I mean, yeah, if you knew you had the whole thing to yourself at night, I guess why not? I guess you just go out with my bare feet.
Really quick, Spider. Sorry, I can't read this because my mic is at my face. Spider Sammy. Sorry, what FNAF character should I draw? You guys can choose.
Eclipse.
Oh, nice. Good choice. Draw Eclipse. Sorry, Morris, if we're missing some of the chat. Sorry, we just get so caught up in
the yapping.
But
sorry
he said,
about that.
The YouTuber, but he specifically said they don't put false things to point. Talking about the Jape Top interview, he specifically said they don't put false things to point to the wrong direction. I forgot what the exact quote is. Or
He
what
did say they put in YouTuber bait though.
Yeah, I
so
wonder what they meant by that. More just maybe something.
Is YouTuber bait true? Then
right, maybe more just like it's not something so important.
It didn't sound like it.
Fun.
It was like it's something they were already going to put in, but they're like, "Oh, this is perfect YouTuber bait" type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Because I just watched it again yesterday.
It might be.
Red Bear's also a good one.
Red Bear.
Oh, Red Bear. I have a little minifigure of him. I got a GameStop fire.
I want that.
Yeah, I got him in Shadow Bonnie.
I saw that. I'm like, I need to
Right?
get
Yeah,
that.
exactly. The little card game. Yup.
The
That's so
fact he can
random.
probably still canonically eat post-scoop baffles me. Probably why most people think Remnant straight up healed us. I mean, I
That's
don't think
true.
it would have completely healed it because, like, it's also been in all depictions of Michael since that it's like he's shambling around like half undead. Like his body hasn't like fully healed, but
Yeah,
he's
to me,
still
he's still got to be
like
dead, but
alive.
functional enough, right? Where he like
Right. Well,
gets.
yeah, like his body is like
Yeah.
dead, but
I
like
wonder if he doesn't
frozen in
even need to eat. I
time.
wonder if he just wants to because it tastes good, and he doesn't even need to. I feel like that makes
I
sense.
mean, half and half. It could be a little of both. Like he or like whether or not he actually needs to eat, like he
Mhm.
would still like subconsciously like have a desire to do that.
Right.
Probably.
Hello, BB
Like
Studios.
I would think because like if his body like at the end of like sister location is shown to like decay over that week, but like
Hmm.
when Ennard leaves him and it's just him in there, maybe it like pauses at that point. Maybe because like if not, and the decay would still happen, why is Michael just not like a bag of shambling bones by even FNAF 3 decades later, right? Why is that not the case?
Right.
So like that's my take is that the decay stopped at that point for whatever reason when Michael took full control, basically. Um and I guess his body isn't like overloaded with all this stuff. Like it's kind of hard to that's how I explain it of like once Michael's in control the decay stops, but like whether he needs to eat or not, who knows? But his body doesn't get worse from that point for whatever reason.
Right.
Otherwise,
Like it just
again,
stopped the rotting of it, like when they got out of there.
right? Because again, otherwise he would just be like shambling bones, literally,
Right.
by FNAF 3, let alone FNAF 6. So that's how I explain it. That like, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
he's like in
Same.
an in between undead state now. Whether he needs to eat or not, who knows? But apparently, he likes to still do it via the popcorn.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
my
He still eats. Yeah.
take.
All right. We are probably gonna end a little soon just because we have been streaming for a while and stuff. But before then,
Yeah,
I just want to share. I sent it to Unnamed and VAR already, like a little trailer for a project that I'm working on. So I will play that really quick and then we'll head out. But thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, thank you to VAR Unnamed, the goats. I'm sure we'll collab in a video eventually if we need to. I'm surprised we haven't
I mean,
by now, like all together. I just
yeah,
thought about that. I'm like,
we
we
should do a
haven't.
small one first, and
Yeah,
then
and
we
then we'll
can
do like a
tackle
crazy
the
timeline
later
thing. Yeah, I
timeline. Yeah,
agree. So check out VAR's new videos and when it's coming, and then stay tuned for Unnamed's huge video
I
timeline
know. I'm
and
sorry. I'm still
upcoming.
writing it. I've got to write through the drudgery part of the
Right,
rest of
yeah,
it. Like explaining the theory itself is going to be easy because I've got that so down pat by this
right.
point, and it's like I'm so excited to put it out because I really want to hear what people think with
Yeah, exactly.
Shatter
Yeah.
William, and that's all you guys get is just the name
Shadow,
Shatter
wait,
William.
right, which already is interesting. So everyone just go to his latest video, spam, hurry up, and it'll motivate him hopefully a little
Yeah.
more.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to wait, just like really have Shatter Victim down pat is my advice
Mm,
to you at this point.
right.
Yeah, like if you're really wanting to, just really
Think
go
about it
into
from
it
that.
like
Yeah.
yeah, and like I would encourage all of you to like rewatch anybody covering Shatter Victim. Would be my advice
There you go.
if you really
Maybe you can figure it
are
out.
can't wait.
Right, and then
I
yeah,
mean,
we'll do a
yeah,
stream
there's
reacting
a
to it
lot you could
probably.
glean
Yeah.
from it. Like,
Alright.
just focus on shattering. Is what like
William
what
that
what?
shattered.
Well, yeah, and like what does shattering a soul do, right?
Right.
Like,
Multiple animatronics. My guess is Scrap Trap and Willie or Springtrap are two different people. No, I'm kidding.
maybe
But thank you, Honorum. I can't read. Thank you, Morris. Thank you, Blue Star Game, Blue Star Green Moon. Thank you, Glitch Stinger. Thank you,
glitch
Happy
always
Pizza
nice
Hut.
to see you
Yes,
guys.
thank you, Spider Sammy. Good luck with the drawing. Thank you, VAR, and thank you, BB Studios. So yes, here's the trailer real quick. Just and then after that we'll end it. Um, Oops, it's a little loud. I'm sorry if it's loud, but yeah, it's just a little thing I'm working on. I hope you guys enjoy it. This video will come out end of the month eventually. That's the best promise I can make. So here it is. I hope you guys can watch it too. So there it is. Oops, there you go. That'll be coming out, yes, end of the month eventually. Um, I will activate Windows eventually, if eventually, but not yet. I'm sorry. You have to deal with it. I was gonna cover VAR with it, but I forgot. But every time, usually, I do try to cover. I do cover it with VAR. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Anything you guys want to
Super
say? Any final goodbyes?
Well, yeah, no, that looks super cool. Like,
Thank
I
you.
just can't wait. Like, and every time in these streams, like, I really would like I would get more questions on like some of the earlier timeline because it's like
Mhm.
I've really gotten it like refreshed in my mind, but like it is what I'm sure people like really like avoiding the original like set of games at this point. Um, but like yeah, like if in the future if you guys think of anything, do let me know because I
Mhm.
like feel like I've got it really down pat at this point.
Nice.
Minus some annoying things like that's gonna like stick with me for the next week now is like trying to explain
FNAF 3.
well specifically the follow me mini games.
Yeah. That one also made me think a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna. I mean, as much like as much as I hate it, like I've got an I might just cop out and say it's the retcon. Like as
No, yeah,
unsatisfying as that
that's the
is,
best
like,
explanation I have as well.
um, but it's like if that's the case, like I'm gonna have to try to find a way to make that work with the timeline. So I'm not looking forward to it. Um, I'll probably just gloss over it and kind of avoid it, but everything else I feel pretty good about. But yeah, like go watch all these guys' videos. I know I've not
Yeah.
put out a video in like 3 months. It's been like
But
all this.
it's coming, guys, yeah.
I'm trying. It's so hard. Like again, like imagine me like, and if you listen to my old videos and like how yappy I can get, like imagine me spending like 4 days going over like, okay, which guard is on which night of both FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 for a solid 4 days, and like debating like when does Michael pop in because we know he pops in because we look at the security logbook, right? Like he had to be, but like trust me, like this thing is chock full of detail. And hopefully it pays dividends, especially when I link it up with like the theory I'm doing, because I will say that like why are you doing a timeline at the same time? One, I'm insane. Two, it's like I kept having to go back and explain like, oh, because I think this for this, and that explains this with the theory, and it's like this for this, and that ties it. Like I kept having to go back to explain the whole thing, and it's like as insane as it is, it's easier for me to just do it all in one massive video. So I hope you guys are ready to sit down for like hopefully under an hour. Yes.
But if not, I think we'd all be okay with over an hour.
Oh god, would you listen to me yap on a theory for like
Honestly,
an
yeah.
hour?
No, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh god. It is coming. I'm through the hard parts. Fingers crossed, knock on wood.
Nice.
And it's just like a lot of like I don't want to say filler, but like stuff we already are pretty sure on that I've got to get through from this point. It's just forcing myself to sit down and write the thing because I've got to write it like a story. Because I'm also insane, and I'm not just doing it as a timeline where it's like, in 1982, William Afton used toenail clippers, and then in 1983, like, that would have been so much easier, but God, that would be so boring. But yeah, I can't wait to binge these guys' videos when I get done, because there's a lot I've got to catch up on. I really can't wait to do that as well, guys.
Nice. Yeah, I say I had a lot of fun binging VAR's videos. Finally, that I had a chance.
Yes. And I will do less ambitious theories after this. I just wanted to kind of flex and like not have to do this again for like 2 years.
Right, yeah, until like after Abyss and after our Fall Fest game, we'll revisit the timeline together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending on when you guys want to, we can I guess we might be able to take a stab at the second half of the timeline before then.
No,
maybe.
Fun, yeah. No, I'm telling you, we ought to definitely need a collab. I'm surprised we haven't yet.
Or maybe we'll start with a smaller one.
Yeah, like more like a recap in that sense, like those 10-minute, 5-minute things.
Yeah, like maybe a little like 15-minute theory on like a smaller topic we
Honestly,
try
yeah,
together
we each
before.
cover 5 minutes. Nice and
Yeah,
easy
that'd be
split.
easy.
Yeah. That'll come soon on one. We could do that for 3. We'll do 3 different theories on each of our channels.
Or yeah, like
We're coming
combine
out.
3 little mini theories.
Yeah, okay, I like that a lot. That's coming soon. Well, we just came up with that on the spot, but that's coming.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's coming, guys. So yeah, thank you. Var, anything else you want to say?
Nah, I'm good.
He's checking out.
Right? That's what from, yeah. I can't believe
Nah,
we streamed for 3.5 hours. Crazy. So yeah, thank you guys for staying and tuning in. Thank you, Var named. Lovely guest as always. And we will see you guys next time, hopefully soon. So bye everyone. Have a good night. Everyone stay safe. And we will see you guys very soon. Pretty soon.
take care.
See you guys. Thank you.
We're gonna wait a bit. Okay, there you go.